What's up, everybody? Hope you're having a great morning. Uh, a lot of shit's happened this week. Trying to stay on the positive, but we will be addressing some things today. You know, facts, number one. But Max in here, King Tonka. Dear God, Heavenly Father, bless this podcast, bless these people on here in the YouTube, the good and the bad. Everybody on here who suffers some kind of pain and illness or just some kind of stress or mental, we issue to watch over them and make them change their point of view or their heart, to make them understand that the only way to succeed is to do it with a smile. Lord, without you we're nothing. That's how I feel. And I thank you for all that you've done and all that you continue to do in my life. So I ask you to watch over everybody, put your hands on their heart, arms around them, comfort them, let them know that you have them. Let them know that the smile lasts longer. In your name we pray. What's up, people? Jesse, Argo, Black Hat. So this is the weekend. I'm going to say, though, to my boy SoFlo, this is your birthday weekend, bro. Some of this show's dedicated to you, brother. Look, I feel like I have to do this just because, respectfully, Steve, there it is. Oh, shit. He brought it back. There he is. There he is. There he is. I love it. Oh, that made my day. Pounding the pink wheels back. Oh, man, look at that. That's a great, great feeling, man. Terry time. I think Johnny Mac might be joining me in a little bit. But look, I want to talk about facts versus fiction. And I don't need to get into this big tirade, and I know people want civility, but just think of all the stuff that we over here unveiled. Pizza, the maggot, MRE, you got all these clowns, BK, you got what's the other one? Lee Cole, all these people that have been exposed, and it's real stuff. So to me, it's like what else do they have to go on? They keep saying stuff to me. I get messages and this, that, and the other thing about, this side. No, man, let me tell you about this side. And I'm going to be honest. Let me speak to all of you from somebody who was over there before with them as they were plotting on me. These people over there, I'm being honest, the people over here are way better. And until SoFlo came along, for real, like, we battled a different way. SoFlo came along, man, and used resources and really helped expose a lot of people. So that's why I wanted to dedicate this show to my brother and let him know, man, we love you, bro. Like, you really, like, everybody who supports you, man, you're a great dude. Besides all the facts that you brought. I mean, look, you can't make this. I looked last night and I see a dude like Lee Cole, and I see his video about rats and this, that, and the other thing. And everybody's entitled to feel that way, but you can't have it both ways, man. You either feel that way or you don't. Me, I never informed. I don't really agree with it. But to bash guys every day, for what reason? See, SoFlo and everybody over here is pretty much fighting back. And the difference that I have to bring to the table is I'm going to bring it with a smile. Because I've seen last night and today, this morning, Miss Santori, Black Hat, Anthony Kelly. My father's sleeping right now. I'm good. My brother's in Ireland. My aunt went there. She passed away. She told me it was the best place she ever been to. Beautiful. So Mac has come out day by day. Bang, bang, boom. I mean, I think he's really, expanded the case and pretty much shut the door on all these guys because I don't think that they have a comeback plan. And Mac articulates it so well, as does SoFlo. Now, for all you people who don't like Tony SoFlo, let me tell you something. Look, the reason why people don't like people who come up here and they smile and they act a certain way is because they don't have that. And if you're not a person who smiles and you're miserable, you want everybody to feel that. But you have to separate facts from fiction because the facts are the facts and fiction is the fiction. I mean, I think even the racist pizza, I think he's having a hard time right now with money and stuff. What I'm getting at is, I'm sure Black Hat, you can get content to this. Look, when you're in the military, which I have friends who are in there, you're getting put in with all kinds of people. You're going ultimate sacrifice. You're putting your life on the line for this country. You go out to, wherever you're stationed at, as a young kid, as a man, whatever you do, you go out there. Oh, no, let me. Oh, look, I got to put this to bed. It is, man. I would love to be there. Chris, let me tell you something, because I'm doing a whole show about this. The Omerta clothing, as of December 31st, will no longer be mine. I don't want anything to do with it. It's gone. I sold it. People could say what they want. They said I didn't own it. I proved that was wrong. Now I'm going to really prove it to these people so they can see. So it doesn't matter what you say. That's the whole point, is what I'm getting at. The facts to fiction, whatever you do. Hey, you're welcome here anytime, Black Hat. You're a soldier. We love you, bro. I promise over here we're not going to be getting crazy. But you can't separate facts from fiction. Well, maybe you can or maybe you can't, however people look at it. But the facts is that everybody over here has a smile. Everybody over there is miserable. I mean, they really are. You look at these people that say I didn't own a clothing line. Hold on a second. Matter of fact, let me show you guys something. Now, look, I can't get into too much because of, what does that say right there? Trademark settlement agreement. Yeah, Angel, I did own it. You can have fun with your friends. Do what you got to do. I'm promoting positivity. So I can't get into too much because we both signed NDAs. But, as you can see, without showing too much, here's the finalization. So for all the people say I don't own stuff, there's another fiction-based argument over fact. Oh, that's what's up. My niece is named Tina, too. I mean, look, for me to come out here and bash and go hard like Mac, FBS, SoFlo, I mean, that's just not what I do. But when I see these people nonstop making videos and lying, man, just lying and lying and lying. Like, okay, so you have people over there like Angel who said, I don't own Omerta. She's supporting the other guys. Well, you can support whoever you want. Because I don't really care. I don't want nothing to do with the street shit. Not that means I'm going to go out and sit there and be, an informant. That's not it either. But look, I've been up the field every night this week, and I'm watching these kids, and I really mean that, to see what they go through, the lack of parenting. We had kids that couldn't even play. We had to get money to get them together so they could play. Kids didn't have cleats. We do all that stuff. We put kids, we make it possible so people can, have their kids in sports or have their kids understand that there's a better way than the street shit. So let me go out to all you people right now and everybody out there who's listening and all you other content creators on the other side who promote this street shit, this violence, this, anti-rat shit, all this sentiment. Yeah, I don't believe in informants. But the thing is, when you keep talking like that and you have nothing to do with the street life, you sound like an idiot. The object is to get out of that and to move on to better things, right? You can move on and have a better life and leave that alone without telling on somebody. Some guys do, some guys don't. They have to live with that. There we go, right here. Oh, it's beautiful, I heard. Here we go. Lee Cole, Danny Angel, Dominic, everyone else over there. Well, here, I got a question for you. Tony Ducks, right? Why don't somebody just ask Dominic if he thinks Junior ratted or not? Let's just end that right there. I'll do it, Johnny Mac. Come on, people. The evidence is right there. Everybody who's around her thinks her brother's an informant and ratted. And somebody said yesterday, 302 isn't a snitch form. Listen, when you're in that life, anybody who sits down with the government, that's what you are. Rather than lie, just be honest. I mean, people do what they do. Yeah, that dude's a clown. He's from Philly. Where's he from, this Assassinino? I'd like to go have a cup of coffee with him, respectfully. But no, the reason why it bothers me is because they constantly lie, even when the facts present themselves. And when they lie and lie and lie, they just make themselves look worse. People are starting to see who these people are and what they're about. I mean, their shows, they have their little cliques. But let me tell you, when people are in a chat over there, right, and people are talking about like that clown Fin Freak, and people are talking about, informants, this, that, and the other thing, and then you got a guy who says they make fun about people who've been molested, people who've been abused, but they talk about SoFlo for talking about a woman who accused him of something. Listen, just because I'm not that guy, he's got every right to do what he wanted to do, SoFlo, at that moment. And I know a lot of guys who would, whether people believe it or not. So what if it went the other way? What if SoFlo didn't do that, hypothetically? What if that lie went on, right? And he would have been found guilty of something he didn't do, right? So what would justify that? I mean, seriously, like, and the whole thing about they make it about him being abused or women, come on, don't make it like that. I mean, if anything, what pisses me off, and I'll be honest, and like I said, I'm going to be very calm. When I see a dude like MR Shitty harassing a woman, a Jewish woman who's overweight, has some weight on her for no reason, just because has that sentiment. Look at everybody over there who's together. They all have hate in their heart, man, and that's the truth. So whoever wants to think they don't, then don't. But they do. Yeah. Yeah, I wonder why none of them come on the show. But the funniest thing about all these people is, and it didn't really come to the light till Johnny Mac said something the other day. I think Kevin, I don't know, SoFlo maybe. They don't show their face, these people. And if you think about it, it's not about winning or losing or fighting this fight. It's about facts over fiction. I put lies. If there's anything that they can prove to us that we lied about, show it. You can't. It's just hyperbole and bullshit and drama that just keeps going on. And it's one of the reasons why I wanted to get away from that and start doing some different stuff. But after some of the stuff I've seen in the last few days, I figure it was my due diligence to come on here and stick up for my friends. They don't need me, but I will. Because Johnny Mac's my boy. SoFlo's my boy. Nikki Blade's my boy. I mean, Kevin. You got Gunsmoke, FBS. Like, these guys, man, and the funny thing is about FBS is everybody who started here was friends with him at one time, but yet they act like they're not. And I got people calling me from the other side talking about how, look, when I'm getting in, the reason why I have to expose these people, and if people don't like it and think I'm going off, I'm not going off. Oh, here we go. Hey, Brian Bundles, do you see this right here? This is what I'm saying. Facts over fiction. Brian, look at this, Brian. Look, what's that say? Trademark settlement. Yeah. Yeah. What's this say right here, as a matter of fact? See, I got to sign the NDA, so I got to watch everything I say. Okay, here we go. Here we go. I can show you this. Let me put you to bed too, real big guy, because I know you got them people pump you up. Believe me, after I get done with this, I don't want nothing to do with it. You can have that shit, because it was never made for everybody. The clothing line was made for certain people, but I don't have no. Here we go. Whereas Mr. Squirrel tried to use the owns of right. Here we go. Look. How much proof? Look. Look at that. Omerta. What's that say? Apparel. Owns the rights. But you'll still talk your shit, Brian Bundles, because that's all you have. So for you and Angel and everybody over there and the guys who bought the clothing line, I wish the guys who bought the clothing line success, but I'll never sport that shit again, and I won't. And I'm not need to badmouth these people, because if you know about an NDA, you can't really talk like that. But I will be doing a show exposing the whole process. So I just proved it again, Johnny Mac, to these people. Facts. What else can I do? Just because I sit and watch kids play doesn't make me a coach. You know what? You're right. If I was at the field sitting watching kids, just watching them play, I wouldn't. But, for 23 years, I've been basketball, soccer, baseball. My kids both play both sports. Brian Bundles, what are you doing with your time besides coming up here and running your mouth? You know what I'm saying? Like, I could go back and forth respectfully. Brian, don't nobody block him. Keep him in here. This is why it doesn't matter what you do or say. Facts over fiction. They live in a fiction world. We live in a fact world. So here you go. That's what I'm saying, though, right? Thank you, Bill. This is who they are. This is a part of the other side. Look, they talk about kids and nobody over there. They just let them go. And man. Hey, Bill, let him do what he's got to do. You know why? Because at the end of the day, I dropped the link. I just proved to you that I owned it. I just showed you. Yo, why don't you do something better for yourself, bro? Why don't you go on the U.S. trademark, the patent office, and go look at the trademark, see who owns it? But you just won't do that because it doesn't fit your narrative. Like SoFlo always says, it doesn't matter what you show these guys. Fact, fiction, we're about fact, they're about fiction. Johnny, I just showed them the agreement.
I saw it. I know. It doesn't matter. You can show them straight up proof and they'll still deny it. Like that's what we've been doing the whole time. Like you prove them wrong with facts. And like Rosso, he claimed victory. Do you really believe he claimed victory over us, this guy?
Who did? The maggot?
Rosso.
Oh, yeah.
Rosso, I won, so I'm going to move on to other stuff. No, don't run. Don't run away.
Hey, I told him I won't dog him out, right? Because we have a mutual friend and I'll show respect. But
that's cool.
What I will say is anybody who comes with immigrants, my parents are immigrants.
Yeah.
I don't like that.
That was really foul. Really foul.
And the truth is, though, is these guys, no matter what they say or do, like, and a lot of people say, oh, like King Tonka, he doesn't want me to do this stuff. And I understand, but, facts and fiction has to be represented. And this side, I believe, is fact. And I believe they're fiction. I mean, you've seen everything you pointed out yesterday. Bam, bam, bam. Even FBS said, bro, or whatever day it was, there's nothing to come back from that. And you did it eloquently and articulated every point.
Thank you.
But yet they still think, you could show them the ocean in Italy where it's blue, and then show them the ocean in Jersey where it's green, and they will say that the ocean is blue, this is green, and the blue ocean is green.
Yep.
Yeah, look, see, Mac, Johnny Mac, the man, the myth, the legend.
Steve, what's up, brother? How you doing, man?
And look, this is SoFlo's birthday weekend, but I want to give thanks to Johnny Mac, man, for being a good friend and helping me out, man, and coming through, dude. I appreciate it.
Got my back too, man. That's
always. I always got your back, man. Even when me and Johnny had a scuffle, people try to get us to go. It just don't work that way, man. You know what we do? Like men, we talk, we get over shit. How you doing, Mac? You cool? Yeah, what's up? Boom.
That's simple,
and
guys. That's simple.
Why do you?
We don't go make slander videos for a week until the other one's had enough. Just pick up the phone. You got an issue, and we haven't had issues like that. But let's just say we did. That's as easy as it is to solve, man.
Tony Ducks, right? I believe his wife is an immigrant. The thing what he said with the Cuban thing, I just didn't like that, man, because my mother came here on a boat, 9 days from Italy, poor with nothing.
My great grandparents too.
His too. His last name's Italian. So, like I said, I told him, when I talked to him, because we do have a mutual friend who I respect a lot. And, but that doesn't mean what's right is right and what's wrong is wrong. But you look at like this guy that just came in here saying, I don't own it. It just astounds me, man, how these people, no matter what you do, you show them proof, you get in there, like you black and white. Everything you pointed out was spot on. And they still, like a maggot, that thing yesterday with him on Rami's thing. This guy was supposed to chase us off here. Here's a guy running around Stolen Valor, right? Was never in a bike club. And these guys platform him. Pizza, all these people, D-Cups, Limo, all these guys who have lied, who basically dry snitched. And they hail to the queen because of somebody's last name. And I've heard her talk enough crap about me. I didn't even know she was going that hard at me like that until I seen a couple videos. But why do you think it's so hard for them to just face facts, man? You think it's because they can't accept it? Obviously.
I don't know. That none of them want to face reality over there for some reason. I think they want to come on to YouTube and live in their virtual fantasy world. That's what it is. This is their escape from reality. That's what I think.
And the thing is, though, and let me make it clear, because everybody over here, nobody wants to be up here every day. Johnny doesn't get anything out of this doing this. I mean, he likes to, check people because you need to, because then they run with rhetoric for days straight. And that's what SoFlo's done. He came in kicking the doors down, man, and he did something a lot of people didn't do. And now you see dudes like Mac, and I mean FBS was already doing it, Gunsmoke, like giving people, I guess they have a sense of security with the people of the MREs, the maggots. See, to them, nothing matters except the opposition. It don't matter if you did anything. You can talk about kids. You can hurt people. You can do whatever you want. None of that matters. What matters is us against them.
Yep.
And I've seen that, man.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. You're right. They overlook everything. As long as you hate one of us, you're on the team. That's it. No questions asked. Doesn't make a difference what you've done. And look at the wide array of things everybody over there is getting passes for, man. It's insane.
Yeah, I'll talk about facts. I know he doesn't have a Purple Heart. You want to know why? Because my friend SoFlo put the resources in and a couple other people. We know who he is, where he's from.
He doesn't have a Purple Heart.
He never was in a club. Don't have a Purple Heart. And believe it, if that was the case, if he was ever who he said he was,
he'd have shown it.
Not only that, I think that besides that, I would have definitely, for the guys I'm around and what I do, I would have definitely been in a situation where if he was if you say that you has status that much in the club and you did supposedly time, you would be well recommended. Well recommended throughout the world. People love you. They don't, when you put time in for your club, or if he said he did time, or first off, just saying that you were that you're not is big. But saying you were a Purple Heart, how about this, Brian Bundles? Show me that he has one.
It's that simple.
Show me that he does.
He can get paperwork that shows, what rank he was, all of his what he's been awarded, and he can just basically redact the name. I mean, if he has the paperwork, there you go. It's that simple. Because they're all frauds. Come on, listen to the guy's claims. It's not just the Purple Heart. It's then we got he's a 1%er. He's 6'5", can bench 400 pounds. Everything that he describes about himself is just so magnificent. Come on, guy. Do you really believe the shit that he's saying, Brian Bundles? You got some bundles of shit between your ears, basically.
Hey, Brian Bundles, I do respect you coming here respectfully, and I know who you are. You're saying, can I prove it? Why is the burden on me? Possession is 9/10 of the law. It's up to him to show what he has. Okay? Let me ask you one question, Brian. Why does he show his face?
Yeah, there you go.
What do you have to hide when you don't show your face? I think Mac elaborated on that. We all show our face. They got a panel of 20 people that don't show their face. Look, man, Brian, if you're any kind of a guy that, is smart, which I don't know, you're hanging with them. But if you are that kind of guy, you'd understand that it's that simple. Show your face and show the heart.
Well, here's a
question.
Don't
you think he owes that to veterans? I guess not.
Brian Bundles, what do you admire about this guy so much? Tell me what you admire about him.
Yeah, what's so intriguing?
If you just take anybody's word, man, you're not gonna go very far in life. You're gonna be taken advantage of left and right. Come on, man. The guy's a fucking liar. You can't see that. Come on. That says a lot about your intelligence.
Tony Ducks, let me tell you something. I was just in a situation recently. I can't get in and talk with one person saying one wrong thing, confusing me with somebody else. I know what I've been around certain people for 40 years, and I know what that little mishap. I mean, everything was straightened out. That's why he won't show his face, because once he shows his face, then he's exposed. His voice, I promise you, his voice was played in clubhouses from the East Coast to the West Coast. Nobody knows him. Nobody ever heard of the guy. You know, but look what he is. Look at all the stuff
But
that
they
he's
want
done.
to know who he is. They want to know.
Oh, they want to.
There's people that have requested his information, and since we're not heartless fucking pricks that want to see people get hurt, no, we're not going to dox this. We're not going to expose him. This guy's eventually going to be exposed by his own friends when they have enough of his bullshit.
And he is one guy that's supposed to be 6'4", 280.
Yeah.
I'm 5'9", 205. I promise you, man. I don't condone violence, but I would definitely, for money or whatever, get in the ring with that dude any day of the week. Right now, right from my chair right now to wherever he wanted to do it. But that would never happen because it's just, you know, more lies. And then he would be exposed for not being. These people still believe in this dude. Like they think that he is something that he definitely is not. Spikey.
So, guys, I'm not going live today. So we're just going to chill on Code's channel this morning.
That's what I said. Johnny did me a favor, man. Thank you, bro, because he didn't even want to come on here. And so let's give it up for Johnny. He was just going to chill out, man. See, that's what I'm saying. Like, he's helping me coming on here, right?
Yeah,
that's
I'm not what we do. For the money, for the attention, none of that, man. I'm having a good time and hanging out with my friends and if I can help my friends, it makes me happy. That's all.
And the thing is, for
you guys,
all the people that say, oh, you know, when he used to say that and talk about Mac, let me tell you something. This dude's a good dude. And one thing I respect about him more than YouTube or anything is how he is as a father, you know? Yeah, that's what I look. I said that if he was ever 1%er, he was back in the day. He would be. He's probably out bad, which I know that he's not never, but that would be his only scenario why he's not showing his face. Because believe me, man, if he was that and still out bad, right? But no, being out bad, you can still show your face because you just nobody would mess with you from the club. There's another reason why he doesn't show his face, man. You know why? It's because it's. People perceive him to be this. It's nothing, man.
Right. That'll ruin it. As soon as he shows his face, they're gonna laugh.
No,
they're gonna laugh. Well, this guy,
Ali, God bless, brother. BM family. Yeah. So when you did your show and I heard you hitting them points, I was like, man, there's nothing really to come back. Like it's hard to do a follow-up show after that, bro.
Well, it's just a matter of pointing out facts. Like here's a fact. If you watch Jameson Travels or if you watch anything about people being busted for stolen valor, one thing you'll never, ever see is you'll never see a real veteran out there bragging about, I got this, I got that, I'm this, I'm that. You know, look, you see Raimondi doing it, and he was proven as stolen valor, fake. The Maggot's doing it, he's stolen valor, fake. Normal, real veterans, heroes, don't brag about their accomplishments, what they've been awarded, because it's not about that, you know? They don't do that. Real 1%ers don't come on here bragging about that. They just don't do it. It's not acceptable.
And a lot of my friends are 1%ers, and I respect them. And I've never talked about names or nothing. I don't need to. But the thing that's different than him to me is all my friends, these guys, I'm still around. I see these guys, man. He says, oh, you're no patch independent. Yeah, and a matter of fact, you know, he was coming to get this. He said it was coming, you know, and MRC, I wear my flag upside down. But no, when you've been around people for a long time, like that's why when that mishap or somebody said something, it was easy to get handled because them guys know and people stood up for me. But the thing is, I have not heard one person stand up that knows him. Look there, she loves you, Karen Rickard.
I know she's in love with me. I know. There's so many fake people over there that I guess she's infatuated by realness on this side.
Yeah. You know, and the thing is, so I want everybody to understand. My cousin worked for a gangster. His brother was a 1%er. From at a young age, I've been around the street shit, right? Whether right, wrong, and different, I don't condone it. I'm not with it. But the fact over their fiction is that I've been around guys. Right? If a guy's at the field and he did something, like for all these people, here's the argument, right? And I'll say this to Angel, right to you and to all your people. You're sitting there calling everybody rat. Your whole entourage would never make any sense. But the one that you defend so much, I know your dad didn't rat, but you whatever with your brother 302. Like
that depends on what you call ratting. You know?
Yeah, well, conductive criticism is this. Look, the guy definitely sat and did 302s. Now, whatever he did, that's his business. I really don't care. But when you come at me and you say all this stuff about the clothing line and liars and I hang with rats and all whatever, which I never done. And the funny thing is my brothers tell me, Mac, when they call me from the penitentiary,
what's that?
Stay out there, bro. Keep doing what you're doing. Who cares if you see a guy informed of the game? I'm down here 28 years, bro, for something he didn't even do. He doesn't have that chance to get out and be with, lost 2 grandkids. Like, he doesn't have that ability. So for him, it's like he's a real dude doing time for something he didn't do, believes in the code. But he knows me and what I believe in. Like, I would never tell. Johnny wouldn't either. But to pretty much put that life on a pedestal and like these people like they're saints. Like, if street guys, like the guys who taught me, they never wanted me to get the patch. They never wanted me to go down there. I'm 100% Italian. I could have finagled to do whatever. That's easy to do. I didn't because I was doing other things. But at this point in my life, I just don't think it's anything that should be celebrated. Like, oh, everybody loved this one, loved that one. No, people fear people. That's why they act the way they do. And to me, I just don't give credit for fear because my father told me at a young age, he said, son, you want to be respected than feared because when you're feared, sooner or later, somebody's going to come to take your head off because when people fear you, if they don't know how to react,
Well, here's a big point I want to make too. That other side, they glamorize the life so much, right? Angel glamorizes her father, but what do? All they do is say, he's not changed. He's not clean. He's still he's still acting like a gangster. He's still doing this. He's still saying, you know what I mean? They point out everybody else what they're doing wrong and how they haven't changed, but they're glamorizing it. I mean, it's straight hypocrisy, especially for Angel.
But you know what else too? It's funny you said that because when you look at a dude like the maggot or Pizza acts like he knew this guy, that guy. I mean, what like even with Pizza with Angel, Pizza, right, said he was best friends with the Bull, whether he was or not. We know the answer. So Angel would still allow him there for that. In the chat the other night, in Rosso's chat, when they were saying somebody was calling you, Maggie was saying something about age, like this is who they are, man. You think these people are like I said, they're trifling individuals, man, and they really just speak at a level of distaste for everything and anything because they hate themselves, man.
They're miserable.
Yep. We're all cool here. We have families. We're blessed. I got a good friend, Michelle. She supports the channel, always trying to help me out. Breaks my stones, but she's cool. But no, me and Mac talk about family, Kevin. So me and Sovlo were talking yesterday about his car. Like,
yeah, we don't talk about this shit all the time, man.
Man.
There's really nothing to do anymore. I mean, we've kicked their asses so badly. We've exposed every one of them over and over and over again. And like we were talking about, no matter what proof you put up, they still are going to say, oh, it's not true. You literally catch them with their hand in the cookie jar and they deny it. And you literally catch them. You're looking right at them, and you grab their arm. Like, nope. And they're like, I wasn't doing it. It wasn't me.
Yeah, the lid was open. Cookies had already fell out. I was just putting it back together.
There's an answer for everything with them. So at a certain point, it becomes ridiculous to keep arguing with them, because you've already won. It's my
there. Anthony says it. Good morning, brother. Tony Ducks, everybody in here. Brian Press. It is the truth, man. It's real. And that's
should be talking about that right there. That should be the point that Angel should be driving home.
Yeah, I'm going to leave that up there for
family, as a million other guys in the life.
D Walls, what's up, brother? Thank you, Anthony Sessa. I appreciate you for that, man.
That's a good dude. That's a good dude right there, Anthony Sessa.
Yeah, he is. I like Anthony Sessa a lot. But I'm going to leave that up what he says. All right, so Anthony, I'm sure people. I know people. Look, yeah, of course, if you're called a rat or if you did inform, I mean, that's not a good look when the street life. But what people are not comprehending is when guys do that, they have to own that. They have to answer for that. And this is my answer to everybody out there. Okay, so for all the guys who ratted, why didn't anybody do anything to them? They used to. So where is the real fear at? I mean, because to be honest, if you did what a guy like Sammy the Bull did, or even a guy like, I don't want to say his name, but guys that did that who are public, public figures now, like these guys are able to do podcasts. They're out here. Why? Because everybody in the life really knows it's a lie. I mean,
Yes.
Why is it that your best friend, they call you to kill? Like if they call me and say, yo, you got to take Mac out, I'm just not getting down like that, man. And the thing is, like, you can still be a guy who never informed and doesn't believe in that, but understand that when a guy who did is at a field, he's there with his kids or trying to change his life and doesn't care and put all, like a dude like Jimmy, he don't give a fuck. He put all that shit aside and they say, oh, you're a rat simp. No, a man is a man, and we grow up. We're not the same when we're young, right? I mean, there's different phases of our life. Years ago, there's nothing you could tell me. I would have never, ever looked at this in any way like that because it was brainwashed into my head. But as I got older and seen the deaths and I seen the ramifications and I seen a lot of guys being held accountable, it just, that's why I started coaching. I wanted to try to change the narrative and let kids see a different perspective. And whether these guys joke or not, I am making a difference. Even if it's one kid, that's one kid that then can take that lesson, go on and explain it to other people. You know what I mean? Try to help somebody else. And that's who we are over here. We help people. Look, let me tell you the type of dude, Mac, me, SoFlo, even FBS. Hypothetically, a dude like Rosso, if he called them tomorrow and needed help getting clean, these guys would help him.
Of course.
They would.
Of course.
Like that. So what kind of person is that? Does that really fit the narrative that they're spewing?
I tried to help this guy up until like a couple of days ago. Robert, I tried to.
Yeah.
But you know what? There's only you can only do so much for somebody. But let's talk about that. With getting somebody, if somebody doesn't want to get clean or doesn't want help,
don't sell.
You can't get that. They're not going to take it. You're wasting your time.
Arthur.
Yeah, but if somebody wants help, if they come looking for help, yeah, absolutely, I'll help them. So would any of us on this side would.
I got me too, Anthony. I got my brother, my best friend. He's down 28 years. Another guy I know was looking at life. He was in the feds. He just finished another 9-year stretch. He beat one of the charges. Like, I've been in prisons. I've been in penitentiaries my whole life visiting people, man, from back in the day, Graterford to all over, Camp Hill. I mean, you name them, all over in Philly, Western, Dallas, Greene County. I've been in a lot of prisons. And the one thing that's still the same is the guys that are in there that have kept their mouth shut and stand up, they know going in. That's the whole thing. Like, so a dude like her brother, Junior, he knew what he was doing. He knew going in. His dad took it on the chin, whatever. I don't know how they say about that, but, so to me, what is ultimately, like, who is the guy we're supposed to look up to? The street guy or to the guy that works every day that's taking care of his family, like people like my parents, your parents, that never did nothing but try to do a great life and a positive life and, not fast money. Like, that's the people I look up to these days. The street shit doesn't impress me. None of that shit does, because like the guys who are doing it the way we do it and trying as hard, and I'm a single dad, so I'm trying. I'm not perfect, but I know that what I'm doing is right. And, I don't know. I know a lot of guys out there that are trying to do things right, but everybody that I know that ever been to penitentiary for a long periods of time or really been taken from their family, had lost while they're away, nobody glorifies the street shit. And that's all they do over there when they're talking about rat. Yeah, maybe guys knew going in. Everybody knows it's jail or death. But if a guy makes that decision to tell and inform, take another guy from his family, he has to live with that. But when a guy sits down and does a 302, that's okay because it's somebody's family, and that's all I'm saying. The narrative's always at convenience, man. It only counts as their convenience. If it can benefit them, then it's a good point. If it's not, it's always point the finger. And I really don't think that they really make any argument. And I think Johnny destroyed them. I don't really think there's anything to come back from that, Look, he said, if I could turn time around, and this is serious from my heart, I never did anything in my lifetime. Yeah, I know, bro. Me too. Really, I mean that.
Stone Sailor said, look up John Basilone. I just looked him up. A Medal of Honor recipient, a real hero. Not a mob guy, a real warrior.
Ho, Johnny, are you ready for this one? Argo, good job. Look at this guy. Since you're talking about helping people, wasn't that? Come on. Hold on a second. Number one, what's the first rule in getting help? Knowing that you have something. Lefty's a grown man, but I know FBS reached out to him. A couple people tried too. That's nobody's place to intervene like that. Maybe one of his best friends, but
people have offered help. There's help available.
Yeah.
Like I just said, if people don't want to get help or they don't feel that they need help, then you can't really do much. What are we gonna do? Grab them and go, drag them somewhere to, we can't do that.
The other guy who invented the phone, the Italian guy, forget his list. John Basilone. He was a Medal of Honor recipient, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah. You don't want the Stone Sailor on your ass with that, Maggie. You don't want him on your ass.
No, that's but too late. He's wanting to have this guy exposed too, as a lot of us are.
There you go, Argo.
Yeah,
you can't help somebody that doesn't ready to quit. But see, that's what they'll do. Come over here, they'll come over here and say something like that. So let me ask you something, Bundles.
Have you offered help? There you go. See, the truth is the truth, though, right? I mean, the truth is the truth.
This is a tough one,
man.
Because
a real good one. I read a little bit too, Arthur. I'm gonna look a little bit more after the show. I screenshot it so I can go back and look it up again. But yeah, the Battle of Iwo Jima, really, really cool. Guadalcanal. This guy's a real hero. Died in 1945, it said.
God rest his soul. Would we agree that the kid definitely needs help? Yeah.
From what I've
seen,
he's had a couple of moments that were concerning. What goes on a daily basis, I don't know. I don't know him that well. Am I going to sit here and badmouth him? No, I'm not going to. I think we can all agree he's been in some compromising situations live. But I mean, if you're that concerned, you should probably reach out and tell him about it. Tell him how you feel. If you really care, honest, reach out and tell them that you care and that, this is how you feel. There's nothing wrong with saying that to somebody if you truly do care. If you're just here to run your mouth, then you should then you should really reevaluate what you're doing in life. Because do you really give a shit? Really? Because addiction deals with life and death. It's that serious. So if you're playing games like that, it shows what kind of maturity level you have.
Yeah. Now, what do you think about people who, all right, so there goes a movie, like even Lefty, that's kind of posing on, if he's doing what he's doing, he might get offended too. People do what they do. They know, look, I know nobody can tell me nothing. When I had to quit, bro, I did it cold turkey and I went through it, but that was my own thing. But I know I didn't like people telling me shit, Yeah, Medic family in town started the bank. Yeah, they go. They did. Yep.
Yeah, we went into I think NB and the Maggot were in there and they kind of took off. When Punchback arrived, they scattered like roaches when you flick the light on.
And I believe Punchback is not just Jimmy's. I mean, whatever. I think it's a narrative for life. I mean, you punch back, you fight back. You don't just let people walk all over you, man. And
the bullies. We're talking about,
Yeah, damn straight.
Against bullies, cyberbullying, liars, manipulators, and all the scumbags that want to attack people on here. That's who. If we're attacked, they're gonna get it back. We're not just gonna let them.
We got to guess.
Over and over again and just let it go. Like I mean, it depends. There he is.
What's going on?
What's happening?
We're just talking about facts and fiction.
Yeah, we as young Italian Americans, you have to look up to people like Sergeant John Bastone. You see, here's a guy that won the Medal of Honor in Guadalcanal, one of 3 men left standing, okay, out of his whole unit, and won the Medal of Honor. This guy killed 300 Japanese with a machine gun, not Chicago Maggot's father, okay? This guy won the Medal of Honor. Not Raimondi. They sent him home. They said, listen, we want you to train troops. We want you to train them for what they're going to encounter because we're going to invade Japan, the invasion. He trained them for about a year and then said, fuck it, I got to go back. He just married a woman who was a nurse who took care of him. He ended up going back, and in the Battle of Iwo Jima, he died. He fell. He didn't have to go back. He already had the Medal of Honor. He just wanted to go back. He left his wife. He was on a honeymoon for 2 weeks with her, then went to Guadalcanal, to Iwo Jima, and lost his life. And that 22-year-old woman never married again. Man. That was his widow. She was a nurse. Wow. She took care of him. Yes. It was a great story. It was a love story about his life. And that's an Italian American, a real stand-up guy. See?
Oh, yeah, definitely.
A man's man. Somebody that an Italian young man should look up to, not John Gotti.
Well, you know, if people look at now, my thing with the whole mob and some of them guys and the dude, you know, like her father and all, I don't feel like, you know, I don't see all that. Like SoFlo said it the best. Like, you're bringing attention, you got people coming to meet you. Now, I don't think that constitutes the right for somebody to tell on you. But look, what do you think was going to happen? Number one, but like my father came from Italy. He was a refugee when he was 16, went in the military, never did a legal thing in his life, and told me when I got busted, you don't tell. You knew what you're doing. You keep your mouth shut. You do what you got to do. This is what was instilled in me. Now, I was always around guys at a young age. Like my cousin worked in South Philly. His brother was a biker. So I was around a lot of that. Them guys always, they never wanted me to, you know, make that step into that life. But unfortunately, I was around a lot of people. I've been in a lot of situations. And I just feel like that.
Yeah.
To me, the happiness is just being yourself, bro. Don't follow nobody's lead. Then you don't have to worry about any of that shit. Like, to be put in a situation where you got to worry about telling, just kids, stay away from that shit. It's the streets lie, man. It's not.
That's what I say. I wake up every morning and I never worry about someone informing on me. Or, you know why? Because I don't do anything wrong.
Right.
So if you don't do anything wrong, then nobody can tell on you. And if they're making a false statement, it should be easily disproved, you know? But if you don't do nothing wrong, why are you worried about rats? Who's this? Gina?
Yeah.
How you doing, Gina?
Thank you, Sir Ollie. Gina looked drop dead gorgeous on there. Gina's drop dead gorgeous.
What I don't understand is why are they so concerned about people that have cooperated in the past that has no bearing on their life? There's so many more things in life to focus on, good things.
Because they watch our show or they watch the show, the genre, and when they get told, like by Angel, it's kind of like a cult. They get brainwashed into the worshiping at the altar of Gotti.
Yeah.
And you know, I have purple balls and serve the Girl Scouts of America. I hope you were okay. Girl Scouts of America are underage girls, bro. That's not cool. But anyway, Gina,
like,
see, I would charge up Iwo Jima Hill for Gina. I'd charge up the fucking hill.
Listen, me, if I got locked up tomorrow, I'm not the guy that's going to inform. It's just it. But the thing is, like, I don't, even with that being said, I don't look at the street or look at these guys when I was young. I don't look at them anymore, like, because you know one thing YouTube has done for me? It has shown the hypocrisy of how people can condemn all these people and people over here. But then a guy, Rob, you work for the feds. if you're in the life and you sit down and do a 302, what is that considered?
Well, a 302 is basically a report of anytime an FBI agent, you sit down with it, or an ATF agent or a DEA, and you sit down with them and you have a discussion, they have to do a 302. That's just a narrative that they spoke to you, what the conversation was about, just a summary. Now, the conversation, if you're a gangster, you're not supposed to sit down with cops and talk to them.
That's all I'm saying. There it is.
If an FBI agent knocked on my door today and said, "Hey, I want to talk to you, Rob, about your views on cannabis," I would invite him in. I'd sit down. I'd smoke weed in front of him because all my stuff's legal, and I would give him my theory. But after the meeting was done, he would have to do a 302. It doesn't mean I was ratting on anybody. However, I'm not a gangster. So if he knocked, but by the gangster code set by her father, which is the standard in her mind, he violated that code. Yes, he did. Me, that was the day when I watched John Gotti Jr., when I watched that video when he said to him, "I'm not you, Dad." That's the day I got respect for him, because I think that was the day he became a man and realized my blood family, my kids, my wife, that's way more important than this Gambino crap. Are you out of here? I'm not looking to die like you in this fucking place. I want to get out of it. I'm done. I'm not you. I'm not you. You understand? So I think I have a lot of respect for John Jr. for standing up and getting the fuck out of there. I really do. I have respect for him for walking away, by his own, but by the own code. Yes, he violated the rules. Yes.
And that's
that's all I'm saying. Go ahead.
I was going to say Angel should be focusing on that and giving them props for that, rather than trying to sweep the 302 under the rug and act like those don't exist. And how, you know what I mean? She should be focusing on that fact that you just brought up, and that's what she should be talking about.
Angel is missing out on a huge opportunity where she could have went and actually spoke about the life and the pain that it caused her family. She didn't have to rat on anybody or whatever, but she could have told the truth and said, my father lived his life, but it brought a lot of pain and stuff. And she could have had a great show. But instead, all you got is a bunch of guys worshiping Gotti, and he never did anything wrong, and he's this and he's that. Well, ma'am, he's not. You understand? I mean, no disrespect. I mean, it's like, how could you say this guy was a great father and stuff? He was away your whole life. He was in prison, just like my father. My father wasn't a good dad. My father was a terrible dad. He worshiped gangsters, and that's why he went to prison, and that's why everything in his life he touched was fucked, because he idolized the wrong people, and I wasn't about to do that. You know what I'm saying? I went the other way.
SoFlo. This
SoFlo.
is the beginning. This is Friday. If anybody in here doesn't know, it's our brother's birthday on Sunday. I think he's going to be 48, and I think he says his eighth birthday. His eighth birthday since he's been home. So this is the early morning birthday. Get ready for the weekend celebration of your birthday show. SoFlo, happy birthday, bro.
Tony, feliz cumpleaños.
Bon compleanno a te, bon compleanno a te, bon compleanno, Antonio SoFlo, bon compleanno a te. It's my boy, man.
He certainly does not look his age. I can say that.
No, he's in good shape.
He's all in shape and shit. But you know what I like about him?
Honestly, that's one of the benefits of being in jail, though. My father's the same way. My father's 86, and he's like, he still wakes up. He does sit-ups. He does push-ups. He gets these dumbbells. Like, he thinks he's working out in the fucking yard and shit. He'll put his coat on. He'll walk. Like, he'll think he's back in Trenton. It's crazy. I mean,
yeah, that's what's up.
Tony knows. Tony knows the secret. You keep your body healthy, and everything else follows suit. Your mind, everything, man.
But you know what I love about him, though, man, and I mean this, because, me and him actually, first when we met, we had a little situation, because I was over there, them guys, I didn't know, just finding out, they were telling on me. But anyway, guys showed me nothing but love. But when he came in here kicking the door, here's a guy that 22 years never told, but he's against the life. Like, he's saying who the guy, like, he helped open my eyes a lot.
That's why I like Tony.
Yeah, he helped open my eyes a lot too because I still had a little bit of that mentality. Like I know tomorrow I just wouldn't tell. It's just my own thing, but I wouldn't put myself in that position. Nor
Don't put
would I
yourself
tell
in a
kids
position. Yeah.
stay away, man. So you never have to be put in that position. You don't have to worry about it. You know.
Never have to worry about someone informing on you. If you're doing something right, you're doing something good, you're not doing anything illegal. What the fuck do you care? You know?
So while you're here, I want to ask you a question.
Yeah.
Because here, let me play this first, and then you tell me what you think. Hold on.
Okay.
Johnny, I don't know if you've seen this, but I want to show you this because I want to prove another fact, and I think you can help me. Hold on. I got it. Hold on. Here it is. Okay. Where is the he's got so much shit going on here. I'm looking for the one I don't know if he's on here. But MRE one. He did one on MRE and showed all the guns and everything and broke it down. Really, really, really good. That's why I wanted to get your take because he was showing the difference between
Argo.
all the gun. Yeah, he broke it down great. I don't know where the hell it's at.
There's also a lot of videos out there now that show Tony Pizza abusing both dogs.
Huh.
Yeah.
I still, someone's got to swear out a warrant for him and get him locked up because anybody abuses animals and kids, and then like people go, now if someone's abusing a child and you tell on them, are you a rat for telling on that? Not my book. Not my book. Someone abusing an animal and you call the cops on them? Not in my book. You're not a rat.
Listen, the bottom line is people got to understand what rat to that, to this, and what it is. If you're in the life and you know what you're doing and you freaking tell on somebody and you're aware of consequences going in, then you definitely are considered an informant. Now, the thing is this. When we get to heaven, is God going to say, yo, did you rat or did you not? No, he's going to say, how did you treat people? What was your heart like? That determines heaven or hell. That's what I believe. And the thing is, like, yeah, I have a lot of friends, still the street, doing things or not, or doing time. So I still get, looked at, and a couple of people say, oh, what are you changing? No, it's not that. It's the fact that look at all the time I wasted. I wasted so much time acting a certain way. It's why I got out of the clothing line. I don't want to portray that anymore, man. That was a big decision. I've had that for 20 years. It's not anything that I want to be involved with, I don't think that people should be glorifying any of that shit. And if a guy tells and does something like that, he has to answer for that.
Right.
Like if you're not involved, what does it got,
If they're not telling on you, why do you care? If you're unless you're involved in some type of illegal activity and it's going to affect you in some way, it's not your business anyway. Nobody should care. That life is too short to be focusing on negative
there you go.
nonsense.
Right.
People that abuse the innocent are piece of shit. Damn straight. Damn straight. Party's so flow. Yeah, man. Look, the whole rat thing has gotten so, watered down. The obvious thing is a rat is anybody sitting with the feds or getting in trouble and jamming another, especially these guys. Look, the thing, I never really liked the informant and why it bothered me was because, Rob, I would see all these tough guys, supposedly, they'd be in the street, running their mouth, and then as soon as they get hit, like one guy from my neighborhood, he sent all these people to jail. He stayed out and kept even the guys who snitched on my brother, they still work for the federal government. Like, these guys are knowingly wrecking lives. That's what I hated about it. I hate that stuff.
Yeah. Well, the government, as law enforcement, they got to close cases. And they can't close any cases without informants. You understand? No. So that's just how it is. That
Indica, Brian, indica.
Sativa. It's morning.
Indica. I'm an indica guy all day.
We're happy. Yeah, you're right, Mr. Cessna. Thank you, sir.
Hey, and I went to the dispensary and I picked up some Check this out. Look at this. The old look. Wait, hashish.
Oh,
Oh wow.
Yeah, I got some.
I haven't
some
got
another.
this like real strong keef, and then I got this the strong wax.
Oh, good. I like
So I'm
wax.
having myself a little party right now, man.
I wish I had that wax right now.
stuff there.
You got. If I could give it to you, I give it to you. Believe that. So, Johnny, when do you think it ends for them as far as like realizing that number one they didn't win? Not that we're looking at it that way or taking scorecard, but
I think it never ends. I think that they're trolls and they're just going to move on to somebody else and then somebody else and then somebody else. And they just want to keep trying to make people miserable because that's what they are. And who aspires to be a troll anyway? You know, what kind of person is that? Like, I want to be a troll.
Wait, hold.
That's what I get off on.
Wait, hold on a second. Hey, Anthony Sessa, you just said a name of somebody I know, man. Does that mean we know each other? Because that last name I know. He's dead now, but that was a real name of a guy, a friend of mine. He was the guy. He's dead now, but it's a big dude, black dude, a good friend of mine. He passed away. So, Rob, obviously I couldn't carry a gun. He had a permit to carry, so I'd make him carry 2 guns, one for me, one for him.
There you go.
You know, it is what it is. Yeah, I'm trying to see. So if you have these guys out here like the MRCs and all, like, how do you get caught with revolvers? I couldn't find the video. It shows he had a bolt action in Rhode Island in 2012. They changed the law, felon with a vest. All the guns, everything he had. How do you just get away with that shit? I don't understand.
I don't know. I mean, you got to see. I mean, you don't walk away from something like that with his record. You don't. I mean, you know, they prosecute gun crime. Period.
Yeah.
They don't just dismiss them and let them go. Now the state dropped it, but the feds picked it up. So what does that tell you? To me, I mean, common sense would tell me that he's working for them. You know, he's trying to gather as much as he can. They're allowing him to stay free. I mean, I'm not releasing any top secrets or anything. This is just common knowledge. Now,
go ahead.
Here's the thing. We automatically assume that maybe he's infiltrating or trying to infiltrate, you know, this side, but maybe he's actually infiltrating the other side. Did you ever think about that?
Yeah, I do. I think if he has any motive.
Did you ever think that maybe they wanted him to infiltrate Angel to see if she's up to something bad?
Hey,
you ever think about it that way?
No, I do. And you know what? I really, to be honest,
it's very easy to get next to Angel. All you got to do is worship her father, and she'll let you in. And he could be working for the government, but he could be investigating her.
It's very possible.
I'm being honest. I mean, this is a theory that I've had in my head.
Wait, who's got chemo? Anthony Sessa? Man, I hope they get through that.
Yeah,
I don't know. I'm sorry.
So
videos there, bro. It's the fifth.
Cubans love us.
Hey, if you go to the Argos show, it's the 5th video back. Yeah, it's not the newest one. It's like 4 or 5 back. It says mob rats expose guns are not antiques.
Yeah, I know. I don't see it.
Well, antiques now, you got to look at that. They got that like there are some antiques that a felon can own.
Go to lives.
Wait, here we go.
Videos.
They can't be, I think it's a rimfire or
all right, Rob, hold on. I got it right here. You tell me what you think.
Okay, good. You found it? Cool.
And my parents came on a boat. So I love anybody who traveled to this country on a boat. I think it's great. I hate people who talk that shit. So look, you ready? Wait till you see this, Rob. I think he broke it down pretty good too. I'm gonna get us out of here for 1 minute. All right.
Is that what he really looks like with the bald head?
Yeah, Mr. Squinty Eyes trying to look tough. You know that deal.
Yeah, he saw American History X and he wanted to.
Are you ready? Check this out.
Look at this picture. This fucking parasite slayer and everyone else who follows MRE keeps saying
Yeah,
that
thanks.
his guns were antiques. Okay, let's zoom in a little bit. There's 2 revolvers. They're modern, not antiques.
Shotgun.
This
Yeah.
rifle right here.
He's gonna say
that's
that.
bolt
Too.
action. Didn't know they had bolt action rifles back in the 1800s. Oh, look at this pump shotgun from the
1980s.
Yeah, right there.
Yeah, doesn't look like an antique to me. Not one of these guns are antiques.
The Remington 870 shotgun.
Not one. Not one.
The vest is 10 years mandatory.
Not one.
But the vest has to accompany the firearm,
antique.
The
which it
vest
does.
has to.
Get this antique shit.
In other words, the vest and the gun together, like it is here, what you're seeing here.
Yeah,
One
yeah,
of
I
these
got
guns
you.
is an antique. Please tell me. Will one of these guns
Look
is
at
a
the Confederate flag.
firearm?
Of course.
Whatever.
None.
Each his own.
They all take rounds.
I know
Rifle
that's time.
rounds,
The knuckles.
Shotgun rounds.
He's got ammunition, which is a felony
I
too.
know what this is right here. That's a 1950. That one right there is not even that old. That's a Smith and Wesson. Probably that's a 38,
Yeah,
32.
I can't see it close enough to be honest, but
All right. So you just hold. Let me shut this down. So
I
you
like
seen
him.
that?
Yeah.
Yeah. He's funny as shit, man, and he tells the truth.
he does.
So what do you think about that?
I think he's collecting intel and reporting to somebody. He's got a handler. He might be collecting it on Angel. She just doesn't know it. You know, he might be looking to try to get some dirt on the Gaudis and report it back to the FBI. Who knows? But there ain't no way he's walking away from charges like that. I'm not releasing any top secret shit. This is common sense, bro. A convicted felon caught with all that, a white supremacist caught with all that. I'm surprised that they don't have him in jail they could hold him for suspicion of terrorism. Domestic terrorist is what is, you know what I'm saying? He could be sitting in there with no bail or nothing right now. So,
but at the very least, he at least cooperated at the time when the bust happened. At the very least, he cooperated then.
I'm thinking he cooperated then and he's still cooperating.
Okay.
It's not past tense. He's still cooperating. That's my opinion. He's a confidential informant. He's being left out to collect intel. That's what I think. That's my opinion.
Look at this one.
That's my opinion. I don't know anything, no factual basis, but that's my opinion. There's no way you're walking away. A felon in possession with all those guns and vests, and supposedly they said, hey, thank you, Kingston. And supposedly they said he had fire explosives or something.
I'm sorry, Robbie. Hold on. So wait, Anthony, then we know the same people then. So I know you then. Small freaking world. You got to get with me, man. If there's any way we can talk, man, I'd like to get with you. Yeah, he knows. That was my cousin who died.
I can pass the number along, bro. I got his number.
See this name right here? He was the guy that used to work for Stanford. He's dead now, but he was a strong guy. Power lifter at 17, had a gym. He used to do collections, and his brother was a biker too. But yeah, that's him, man. He passed away, Anthony. I'm sure you know.
That's who he had. He had Ron Previty and another big guy that used to fucking guard him, Stanford.
Vince. That dude, Big Vince. My cousin, he was stronger than all them guys. He was only like 5'10", but he was just naturally strong, man. Yeah, you're right. You're right, Arthur. You're right. I believe it.
50 people, guys, hit the like button.
Yeah, this is great.
If you're going to think about it, you know what here's the theory. Most people that come on and slam gay people behind closed doors, they're dealing with something themselves usually.
Well,
you understand?
I like to bring a point up. So SoFlo, they say, oh, he's the face of this with women. He was accused of a rape 2 times he didn't do. Whatever he chooses to do, that's on him, number one. Number two, it's not like he just went for no reason and started harassing somebody or picking on somebody. No, SoFlo didn't do that. But who did? MRC in his video with that woman, that Jewish woman.
Yes.
Don't even know her. Him and his friends that San Argenti making fun of a woman, talking about Jews I mean, going up to kids with flyers, South African apartheid. Like, what is
Yeah.
worse? Not knowing a woman and really just like being very abusive and bullying her with your verbal assault, or somebody accusing something and you handling your business because, hey, he had the right to do that, man. There's a lot of guys I know would do the same thing that SoFlo do, maybe would do, but worse. Whether anybody agrees with it or not, nobody
Yeah.
can say what they would do till they're in that situation. But I know SoFlo didn't just go up to a woman he didn't know and call her fat and ugly and Jewish and this, you know. So, you know, that's the difference between these guys and them. So, you know, I just wanted to get that out of the way.
I don't listen. Listen. I know what she did to SoFlo was despicable. I don't agree with his response. I wish he would have did something else. But he did do that. He paid his time. He's done. He's paid his debt. It's over, and he's admitted to it. He's not trying to say, "Oh, it was an accident." No, he's telling the truth. And you know, this woman. If someone accuses you of something as serious as that, that's like sticking a gun to your head and pulling the trigger back and like threatening. You know what I'm saying? Like, because you get convicted of that, you put somebody up on a sexual assault beef. Oh my God. You know what I'm saying? That's one of the worst things. One of the worst things that could happen to you is you be accused of that falsely. Jesus
Jesse,
Christ.
it's at the bottom. The Cash App's at the bottom. Thank you. Yeah, but you know, I probably wouldn't maybe did what he did. But the thing is, I don't look at him in any different because here's a woman that accused you of something. Now, what if he would? So what's the flip side? He would have went to jail for 20 years for something he really didn't do. Okay,
well, or he would have had to go to court, spend a lot of money to prove that he didn't do it, and then walk away. And if he sues her, who the fuck knows what she's got? She don't have anything. What's he gonna get? You know what I mean? People automatically go, well, you could sue them. Well, if they don't have a fucking nickel, what are you gonna get on?
Plus, he's not that guy anymore. He's not.
Yeah.
He brings a positive message, and he says, "I'm not that guy anymore." He says it over and over.
No, he and Tony did his time for that. It's done.
But nobody listened to what SoFlo said. His parents, late in life, found Christianity. He says how they were people that he was raised to never take nothing from nobody. And imagine that journey. You come from Cuba, another country, people make fun, whatever. So to me, I feel like what SoFlo did, I think it's great he beat the case. And I don't ever look at him like that. I know he loves people, he loves women. So I would rather seriously, I would see a dude like MRE talking to that Jewish woman. To me, that's worse than what he did. Oh,
for sure. That guy, MRE's is filth. It's not even in the same, you know.
He's had hate in his heart. He's constantly hating. You know, it's like he's not pushed to that. That's what he likes to preach on a daily basis, unprovoked. Yeah. That makes a big difference.
Yeah. No, SoFlo did his time. He speaks out against the life. What more can you do? I mean, he did his fucking time. It's done. You know what I'm saying? So that's it. You know.
Yeah, but at least, and the thing is too, he's not running. He's not hiding his face. He's out there telling you, "Hey, that's what I did." I mean, you know,
he takes accountability.
It cost him, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, he took it on the chin and he did it.
Anthony, have a great day, bro. God bless. I'm going to be calling you soon, man.
Crazy, yes, Ramundi was exposed by a guy named Jameson Travels. And that was because of all the shows he did and me emailing people trying to get him exposed. But that guy exposed him beautifully.
Have a good day, Darren.
Watching, guys. Go hunt
down. So yeah, I kind of was the impetus for that, but one down, one to go.
Oh, there you go. How about the women face time for false rape allegations?
Yeah, that's a big deal.
I agree with that. They can. They should.
Yeah, I think that's lacking, though. That's lacking. That's why there's so many false accusations. You know,
it is.
No accountability on that end.
Yep.
Yeah, SoFlo handled his business, man. It's his birthday weekend, man.
Yeah, eventually the maggot will be held accountable, and
okay.
But that's the thing. Like he's going to have a real problem when he gets exposed, because not only has he stolen valor, I mean, he's made a lot of other claims, and he's made a lot of enemies. I mean, he should know better. You know, and then after he's doxxed 24 people at least, he flat out says, if I get doxxed, I'll call the police. Can you believe that? He says this.
Oh my God. This guy is a fucking legend in his own mind. This fucking my God.
Like, I don't know how you these people equate like a dude like SoFlo versus a woman.
It's not
like
even
him, like MRE just walking up. I didn't see the video till after. I was like, damn, man, like to see some, like, a woman should be able to go wherever she wants, and I think that's worse. Now you're fat shaming somebody, you're her nationality shaming. It's just like the hatred to people's see in their mind, they know what the deal is with the dude. They can't really do anything because they're in this so-called fight and they have to kiss the ring.
Well, that other guy came after me. He made it. What's his name? Tax Slayer or some shit. What's his name?
Parasite Slayer.
Parasite Slayer.
Parasite Slayer. Oh, is it? He said something to me. Oh, you're a good dude. You're on the wrong side. I warned you, son. I've done things that would make you wet your pants. Okay. You don't need to warn me. You don't need to give me any warnings. You're the one that needs a warning. Okay. You're the one that's good. That's a complete scumbag. Okay. And you are over there, and I hear all the little dog whistle messages that you make all the time about your with the racial slurs and all that stuff. You could bring on 1 million black friends, but guess what? They really don't know who you are. You and I both know that. They don't know that your heart is dark, buddy. It's dark. You really got a problem.
Oh, they'll find out.
I think you're an undercover, in my opinion. So
I do too.
I really do, but that's just a theory I have. Hey, it is what it is.
You have experience, bro. You would know what to look for that and that.
Well, I mean, I just know that convicted felons don't walk away from gun charges like that. Not without giving up something. Trust me, you don't walk away from like that.
I had a business. People came on my property with bats, knives. I didn't know what to do. I shot the gun in the air. The cops came. I knew the cop. The cop came up. He's like, I don't care if I got to take the gun. You got to come with me. I'm like, for what? Gun's legit, business, registered. They wound up taking the gun and told me it was going to cost too much money to fight to get it back. But, nothing happened. I mean, I know you're lucky. They could have hit you with discharging a firearm, without, cause or whatever. They can hit you for that. Well, the thing is, though, they had no shell. And the gun right away, as soon as I was done, alcohol in my hands for the GSR. Not that I know what I'm doing, but cleaned it up, oiled it up. It was like real quick. I didn't have a lot of time. But the thing that saved me was the fact that the kid who was scared running for his life was there crying, man, saying, they were going to kill me. They were going to kill me. I said, yo, I should have shot them. Then I'd be locked up for shooting somebody. And I shot in the ground. But they didn't find a shell or nothing like that. But they took the gun. I sat for I don't know. That's a day and a half.
That's the cost of doing business. Just charge it to the game.
Yeah, but I know guys that are felons that got caught with guns, and they've done minimal 2 to 5 years without even a question asked with good lawyers.
Dude, I seen a guy. I kid you not. There was a guy they brought in one time in the federal prison when I was working, and they brought him into the low custody. And this dude got 18 months. This dude was like 69 years old. He was working it, he hadn't been arrested since he got convicted of a felony in 78, and he thought it was he didn't know at the time, misdemeanor, whatever, and he got caught carrying his gun, right? And they nailed him. And this dude hadn't been in trouble since 78. Now this is like 2014. And they gave this dude 18 months on a gun charge, and he was a law-abiding citizen. Okay.
Wow, that was like half a lifetime ago.
And he had the gun, and he worked at a job where he carried cash. So he would keep the gun with him when he would go pick up the cash and stuff and drop it off to the bank. But he got pulled over one day. The cop asked him, "You got any guns?" He said, "Yeah, I have a 380. It's all good. It's not stolen and everything." And the guy ran the gun. The cop ran the gun, then he ran his name. He's like, you got convicted of a felony. in 1978, and this was like in 78 he got convicted of a felony, and he hadn't been in trouble since then. Now this is like 2014 from 78, but he still was a felon in possession of a gun.
That's crazy.
It's crazy, right? Yeah.
Even that I hated informants before, and I used to be so rough on it. And to me, we're all humans. Like I say again, I use this example. If you go into the grocery store, you go into the mall, everybody who is at the register, you're going to say, hold on, did you tell on somebody? You interact with people all day long. You don't know who's who and what's what, but you show respect. That's what you do. This guy and these people over there, they don't have a respectful gene in their body. And the reason why people come out in such defense is I'm not a rat and make fun of all these guys. I mean, it's not hard. Rocket science, no, it's not. It's simple psychology. They're doing that because they don't like what they see. And what they see is they may have informed or still informing. So it's take the attention off me and go after everybody else. And, you know, I think it's ridiculous. But what I wanted to ask you, Mac, is what about Cane Shades? He's a Cuban.
I don't know, but that dude's got one big ass hog head, doesn't he? It's like a fucking pumpkin. That guy's.
Yeah, he definitely is. I don't know what he.
All I hear is wah, 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 when he talks, man. He's just bullshit coming out of his mouth, man. If he's hanging out with the scumbags on that side, man, I disregard everything they say. It's like verbal diarrhea, you know. Because if you're hanging around those people, man, you got to have some type of delusional thinking. Something's got to be off, you know.
Let me see, Vinny. Oh, it's definitely delusional, these people.
Yeah, he's another one that likes to do that cyberbullying crap. You know, when you hang out with trolls, their habits tend to rub off on you, and you start doing scummy things. And he's doing some scummy things, I hear. So
scummy. These guys are worse than scummy. And they've doxed people. They've done all kinds of stuff like that. You know, it's ridiculous. But I watched so many videos last night, and then this morning I was up at like 5. I was working out a little bit, and I didn't hear a lot of this stuff. And I look back at some videos. I'm like, damn, man. I'm like, okay, I see what it is. Like they have to. Like they're dug in. They can't do anything else. Like they can't come. Like they wish they could come over here and smile and be happy and live life. But they can't do that. Everything to them is all right, we have to hurt people. 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 It doesn't matter what it takes. Oh, he's this, that, and no, it doesn't matter. Like
they feel
the
good
maggot.
The
maggot. Look what he messaged yesterday about whatever saying about you. Like, why do they let that shit slide? That's okay. Like,
what do you mean?
They demean people over constant over there. They ridicule people. They really have some hatred or bias. I don't know what kind of racism you call it, but they don't like anybody but people who sponge to them. And what do they do to people when they have a problem? Look what they did to Carlos and them. That was recent.
Yeah, they talk all kinds of shit. You give them this much back, man, they go nuts.
Yeah. Yeah, Gina cyberbullies the pussies that keyboard.
Yeah.
Yeah, take Gina around and knock these dudes out.
Gina girl.
The thing with Raimondi, with him though, he just seemed like he disappeared, huh? Is he still around?
I hope he did disappear. Enough's enough of that guy.
I didn't see the video. So
that's what I'm saying. 1 ounce of shame, he should disappear. Sorry, man.
I can't believe Vlad. I mean, Vlad didn't do his due diligence and let that guy on his show.
Hey, well, he did it to a couple other guys too that were on there and found out they were lying too. You know? But SoFlo's birthday weekend, man. You know he's gonna have a party on his show today, man.
Oh, sure.
It's gonna be a big show.
Well, it's Friday anyway. He cuts loose.
It's Friday.
And he makes up for the lost time on Monday.
Yeah, man. Sunday's his birthday. He's gonna be 48. Wink, wink. Yo, he's a funny dude, full of energy. You ever notice though, a lot of people are all miserable, man. All miserable. I don't understand why. But Mac, I thought after you obliviated them the other day, I don't think there's anything that they had to come back, bro. I mean, what is there to answer after that?
Bro, everybody was just throwing heat. You, Johnny, everybody was throwing heat at these guys. SoFlo, FBS. I mean, heat. Like Nolan Ryan fucking pitches. Like phew, these dudes. I mean, they were just decimated. I mean,
Well, according to Rosso, he beat us. He won.
I don't know like I said, I don't know what reality he's in. I don't know.
I know.
He's in
According to them, they always win. I don't get it.
I'm just saying, some of these guys don't think when they talk because making fun of immigrants and boats, we're all come from immigrants.
Yeah,
he's just a shithead.
Yeah,
He's a
that
shithead.
pisses me off too. I know.
I don't, you know.
But you know what? You actually, like you said, man, you ruffle their feathers a little bit, and their true colors come out.
Oh
know?
yeah,
We put a
especially
little-
like when you see like look at the maggot last night. The first thing he had to do is he had to say something about Mac that's not even true. Like it's just this is what they go to because they're so hurt and they don't. Imagine being them. They're like, oh man, they hate themselves. Don't look in the mirror, and then they see people talking. So it's like, you know what? I'm miserable. Let me make him miserable. And then when it doesn't work and we're still smiling, that's what drives them so nuts. You know, for real. I mean, they don't understand that people over here. It sucks that it's a side or this side or that, but it really is.
Yeah, I mean, you know, it's sides were drawn, and because you know, if you don't worship at the altar of Gotti, you cannot, you know, like I said, you could cure cancer, but they're not gonna like.
No, and the thing is, right? Why wouldn't you?
It's nuts.
Why wouldn't you spend your time? You can still love your pop and love whatever, but still, you too, bro. Being for life, yo. You could still come up here and try to denounce certain stuff and say what I went through as a kid, not seeing, you know, and try to have kids, you know, turning them to not ever have to go through a life to where they're away from their kids and family. Deterrence. That's what I think that platform should be utilized as. And I just don't think that it is.
It's like a cautionary tale, you know. You use your father, you say the good things that you know that he was when he was home, but tell the truth about the bad. You know, you can't have all this sunshine and rainbows. Tell the truth, because I think, you know, people would like to hear that, and you could deter that one kid who, you know, watches him or watches his movie or watches Tony Montana or whatever on, you know, wants to be like them. You could discourage that one kid to say, you know what, I don't want to die like that guy. And you know what I'm saying? You could maybe open a mind up. Instead, you're just putting an altar out and, you know, everyone's doing this, you know?
Well, you got to highlight the ending. You know, John Gotti died like choking on his own spit in prison. Tony Montana got killed. You know, like you got to highlight the endings because they're looking at the you know, the glorious part of their existence, but they never look at the whole picture. You know, because if they did, they certainly wouldn't want to be on that course because it's a crash course. You're done. But they don't highlight that. They need to highlight that though, and that's always overlooked with these people.
Do you think they highlight that because of they think in their sick minds that there's still some kind of, well, obviously, like he said, worship at the ring. Do you think it's a lot of that is because it's like, look, the people are gone. Life has changed. It's been years. Like, people are not into it the same things as what they are. But really, it's almost like, is that all you have to hold on to? There's nothing else? Like, that's all your life was, just that?
Well,
like,
and then one of her nephews is like an undefeated MMA fighter.
Yeah,
I believe
he's tough.
Yeah. And another one's a lawyer. Like, how come you don't mention these kids?
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
How come you don't mention one of Gotti's grandsons is a lawyer? The other one's a MMA undefeated, damn tough kid. You know what I mean? You never plug them. You know what I'm saying? These are guys that are part of your family that are actually going out doing good things, big things, in a good way, not in a bad way. You know, highlight them.
Well, I think she's trying to rewrite history and make her father look better than he actually was because that's what it seems to be for me.
Yeah. They're trying to control it because, you know, they want to control the narrative because, you know, when history writes the story of him, it's not going to be kind because he wasn't a very kind person.
Right. The things he did are very flattering. They're not good. You know, he's not going to be winning any awards for citizenship.
No. Neither is Al Capone. Neither is all those other guys, you know, and that's why you shouldn't emulate them. You shouldn't look up to them. You shouldn't want to be their be their little puppy dog and learn from them. Like, you know, what kind of life are they bringing you? They're bringing death, man. It's like hanging with the Grim Reaper. You know what I'm saying? You're not going to get
crazy.
a
Like somebody came in here and said, "Oh, hanging out at the field don't make you a coach." Dude, whatever. I've been doing it 23 years. They call me coach. But I feel like that little bit of time that I have, all I do is denounce that stuff, man. That's why I'm so glad I got away from this clothing line too. Like, especially trying to open this gym and youth center. I can't have, you know, people, you know, looking and looking up to that and kids thinking that when you tell kids you've been shot, they're like intrigued. Like, oh my God, that's cool. No, it's not. There's nothing funny about that. There's nothing to be praised about that. Like, I feel like an idiot. I should have been home that night.
Yeah.
You know, you hurt your family. That's the biggest thing. See, this is why they're lying. Because, yeah, whether you believe in snitching or not, that's not the point. The families that are affected from this stuff that goes on from the street. I mean, and any real guy who's my age or Rob's age, Johnny Max, no guy in his right mind will be trying to get a kid or push that narrative. Why would you want to do that? If you've seen all the pain in your life, why would you want to keep pushing that? Yeah. I mean, seriously, never made sense to me. Even when I was still on this whole anti-rat thing, I seen the pain, you know, and I'm like, damn, just the answer is stay away. You know, don't glorify nothing and have kids playing sports or whatever. But what do? The drugs are running wild. The basketball courts are ripped down. I mean, the system, the prison system, you know how much of money that the government makes off that. I mean, that's just, you know, and then they spend it, they privatize it. And if anybody doesn't know, commissary used to be owned by the Bushes. Now the Obamas have stake in that. So, you know, it's all about business, man. That's what it's about. And it's not about promoting that lifestyle. It's not, because the real businessman or the guy who works, or even people working at McDonald's, they never have to worry about looking over their shoulder. And I believe their life is going to be filled with less pain and suffering and more happiness, you know, provided they have a good heart, live their life right, you know.
Look, all I know is I bought a brand new house in 2012 before I got a bit divorced and all that stuff. But I bought a brand new house, and one day I'm there, and all of a sudden I come home and the whole entire floor is flooded. And there's a pipe from the sink. It's fucking spewing water everywhere, just pouring water. And I got on the phone. I called a plumber, emergency, and it was the water was just about to go into one of my rooms where I had nice furniture. Long story short, that plumber showed up, and he was like my hero, like Superman. He went in there and he just like twisted something, moved something, and the fucking thing shut down. That was my hero. All right. So look up to that kind of guy, because a plumber to me has more respect and more admiration than going around being a friggin' a gangster or a drug dealer or somebody robbing somebody else. Be an honest person. You don't have to worry about rats, informants. You don't have to worry about stuff like that. Just do the right thing. Stay away from people that are into bad stuff. And it is what it is, you know? Do something honorable.
But I will say this, and I think you guys can agree with me too. I mean, for all the hoopla on this YouTube and who's who and what's what, listen, that last name that everybody's clinging to and these guys think they're going to be made, if this was like back in the day and the mob was still big, these people would never be around these people. Like, they don't even know each other. They don't hang out. They don't. It's, you know, it's a different. What did you say?
I said that life's over. There's Clinton
man.
to it by this make believe shit they have going on here. You know?
Yeah, it's gone. It's over.
They think like the mob's on YouTube now. You know what I'm saying? Look, he's right. I'm a plumber for 20 years.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, my sir.
You made a great point the other day about because people want to look up to these guys as tough guys, right? So you made a good point. If somebody wants to be a badass or a tough guy, they can go into the military and be a badass.
Go do it. Like I said, you could have been with me.
You could have rolled about prison or you know, those type of consequences. So
I told BK you could have been with me when I was over there in Baghdad to crit and all them area. You could have whacked all the guys you wanted. If you want, you could have fought everybody. You know what I'm saying? But I mean, if you want to be a tough guy, then go do that. If that's what you want to do, you know what I'm saying? If you if you want to chase people around, and go join the army, a Green Beret, or try out for the Navy SEALs or something. If you think you got, I mean, that's a tough guy to me. You know what I'm saying? Those are the tough guys that I knew.
But here's the funniest thing, man. Most 99.9% of all gangsters, street guys, bikers, they don't want that life for their kids. So
Well, I don't know. A lot of them
it's written. There it is. It's written right there. They don't want that life for their kids. The one who does, come on, man. My son is so different than me. My daughter, they never, ever were, and it's great. I love it. I'm proud of that. I'm proud that,
Let's think about the people, the gangsters that did. John Gotti brought his son in. Philip the Chicken Man Testa brought in Salvi Testa, his son.
Yeah.
Who was the other one? Scarfo brought in Leonetti, his nephew. Okay.
Franzese.
Franzese, exactly. You got, who else got brought in? Bill Cotolo. He's trying to follow in his dad's shoes, right? Okay.
That's right.
I mean, yeah, Persico family. Jesus, that whole family's been in prison. So in my estimation, these wise guys that were revered, why would you bring your own son into that life, knowing what you're bringing them into? To me, my own son, I could never do that. If I had to be a scumbag and rob from people and be a mobster or whatever, I would never want that for my kid.
Well,
no way.
The people who support that and think that that's cool, I mean, you follow your father into a business of construction or a trade, or if he's a computer guy or owns a deli. My father had a deli, fed the whole neighborhood. That's what you do. I went on my own. I was just, my dad was hurting. We were young. We didn't have a lot of money. So I seen a guy with a nice car and I was like, man, I want some of that. But I still never, all the guys like my cousin Tony that Anthony knows, he never wanted me to, do that stuff. Or even his brother who was a biker. I was offered that shit a lot, man. The maggot don't know what he's talking about. I was offered a lot. To me, number one, I like to do my own thing. And besides the fact being a single parent, but I know that if you get into that life, what it requires, and you have to be a different person. That's what I was getting at. The people in that life who bring their kids, they're not they're in a crazy state of mind, man. Like if they were really anything, my own opinion, if you're a guy of honor, never want that for your kid.
Never.
My own opinion.
Me too. I can't see it, but they do it. They do it, man.
Yeah, they do. And people idolize it because they think that that's so cool, And when I got locked up, my dad said, listen, when I got the bail, I gave him the money and all that. I told them where to get it. They went and got it. My mom was like, tell on everybody. I was like, nah, Mom. My dad was like, let me tell you something. He grabbed the phone. He said, I told you, idiot. He said, now they're going to see your tattoos. They're going to know everything. And he said, I'm going to tell you, if you decide to tell, don't ever come home. You're not my son no more. He said, because you knew what you were doing. You knew what you were doing. You were getting yourself into, Mr. Tough Guy. He was giving it to me.
Yeah.
He said, Dad, you don't have to worry about that. So that's why it was embedded in my head. My father, who was never in the street, he looked at it like as a way that if you do that, you know what you're doing. Don't cry when the trouble comes. But, he still, always tried to get me to do something different, and then realized, I guess, there's nothing I could do. And, I wish that I didn't. I don't want my kids to do it. So anybody who glorifies their kids in the life or that kind of think that's cool, I don't think it's cool. I think it's stupid, man. I never could comprehend that. I don't get it. What do you think, Mac? I know you want.
Those guys that brought their kids into it, I think they had selfish reasons for that. They
want to hold on to power, pass the power down.
Right. It had nothing to do with the best interest of their children. It was their own best interest they were looking out for. And that shows you just how self-centered these guys are. That's not, and those are not good family men. When you see how self-centered they are and how destructive they are. That should be highlighted, you know, not glorified.
When you see a dude like SoFlo do 20 some years and come out and he's happy and laughing and trying, like, that's what life's about, man. Like that's what you do. You enjoy life. When you live the right way, you enjoy it. You have a great support system, good family around you. When you're living like shit, you're in the street, you don't have them same family, man. People don't want to be around you. My family didn't. When I was doing dumb shit, they wouldn't have anything to do with me. That's just until some of my uncles needed something. Like one time, my one uncle needed a backhoe, a big one. And my friend who we were actually, you know, he went down to him and ran my name, but then wouldn't come near me. So, you know.
Well, Tony,
go ahead.
Tony's trying to catch up on lost time. He knows that he lost a lot of time, you know, and he's trying to enjoy every moment of it because he knows you can't take it for granted. So I think if one thing prison taught him that, it probably taught him that for sure, you know.
Hey, and you know, the thing about him is like to see him, like I look forward to today. Like I plan my day so I can see his show because I want to see him. He's going to be all over the place. It's the birthday weekend party. But like, SoFlo, we started it here though. Your party started here. So remember that. Me, Mac, and Sal, we started that here. We got the ball rolling. Yeah, we started it right here.
Pre-game.
See that smile, man, is like that's what I like. They're the kind of guys I like to be around, man. I don't like miserable people. I never did. I don't like miserable women. Got to be, you know, in a good mood. And I think your intentions
to be around that. They choose to be like that and to be around these people. Doesn't make sense.
I was a master at arms, but my original rate was an AB. I was an aviation bosun mate, and then I converted to MA, master at arms. All right, and you're an IT. Yep.
Okay. That's the guys we got to look up to, the Sours, the you know, I mean, people who did time in the military. Yeah, some guys will say, oh, they brought the kid into life to keep him closer to them, so this, to that.
Self-gain.
Yeah, self-preservation too.
Well, I mean, Gotti brought his kid into Watt, so he knew when he went to jail, he could pass the power to him, and that way he could still hold on to power. Yeah, see, Tony said I'm correct. Of course, making up for that lost time.
Oh, definitely. BK Sal Crook is your boy. He's a good dude too, man.
Yeah, Sal, he's the best.
Yeah, I mean, you know, obviously there's no meat left on the bone after Mac annihilated, man. But, you know, I mean, Johnny, when you want your kid to do the best too. Like my kid's working, your kid, like my daughter's 2 kids, she's busting her ass. You know, I don't understand what the attraction is. Doesn't if I was 20, maybe, yeah, but I just don't get it.
Well, some people like to take the easy way. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people are just looking for an easy way to make money, an easy way out, you know? And that's why they do that.
Did you hear the newest one? They're getting in touch. They're trying to get in touch with the AB to find out if he really paid that or not. And they're going to do a whole show on that.
What do you mean if they paid what? What?
They're going to try to get a hold of the AB and see if that was a lie or not about paying protection. I heard that on her show.
No, that wasn't a lie. That wasn't a lie. That was true. 100% true. He paid for protection.
But it's all out there and everybody knows. But the fact that people are still going to try to, you know, put that narrative out there, like they're still trying to discredit something that's a fact, a reality.
I know a CO like me who worked there at Marion in the maximum security wing. He had him, he had Gotti, he had Scarfo. Gotti was matter of fact one of the responding officers the day Gotti got beat up by Walter Johnson.
Oh wow.
When he stopped paying protection.
Good luck, Jesse.
Walter, and he told Walter Johnson, he was paying ABs, and then he stopped paying. And then when he stopped paying, he was walking around the tier and told Walter Johnson, "Get the F out of my way, you N." Right? And Walter Johnson beat his ass. This guy, he used to have a YouTube channel. He don't have one anymore, but he was one of the responding officers that responded there because Walter Johnson was just pulverized. Now, Walter Johnson was a big, younger guy. Gotti was an old man. He wasn't, you know what I mean? He was in his 50s. But The bottom line was he thought he could walk around and tell this guy, get the F out of my way, you N. And that's why Walter Johnson beat him up. Okay. Then Gotti went back to the ABs and said, I want Walter Johnson killed, and put a hit on him.
But here's the deal, though.
This is all
when
fact.
The dude hit the street. Nothing happened to him.
Never got killed. No, he had a contract on him supposedly in the BOP, but they put that's the Bureau of Prisons, what I used to work for. But the BOP kept Walter Johnson in a for his own sake in protective custody for his own sake, because he had a price on his head. But he did finish his time, and he's out. But Gotti was paying protection. Gotti was by himself in there. He had nobody. He didn't have a crew. You know what I mean?
Now, well, do you think if he was in there under a different attitude without the race and all that, because, calling people the N-word, maybe it would have been easier for him, but I guess it's that image you have to obtain,
John Gotti started that racist bullshit, and the guy beat him up. The guy was like, no, you're not going to talk to me like that. You're not, the ABs aren't protecting you anymore, so I can fucking go over there and just knock you out. And that's basically what he did.
And he should have got popped for that. If he's disrespecting people like that, he should.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, that's just. I mean, really, to survive in prison is excuse me, please, and thank you. If you could remember that kind of stuff, just be respectful of people. You probably never have a problem with anybody. You might got to throw down with one guy. There's going to be a test of courage one time or another. But if you throw down, I don't care if you get beat, but if you throw down and you fight, no one's going to bother you. If you're respectful to everybody, you'll roam or whatever.
Said, guys, life is short. I lost 10 years of my life, and my children still today are hurt inside every day of my life. Yeah, definitely, man. But you're here and you're doing good things, and you're being positive, and that's what it's about, man. I mean, if you look at even look, all I'm saying is where Johnny's inner city is, or you live in Florida, Dade County, Philly, there's no guns or drugs made in Philly. Like, there's none of that. So they don't just show up on, in the neighborhood. I mean, there's too much money in it. And people get involved, and they think that, but like I said, when he got out, nobody did nothing to him. What'd they do? But it's SoFlo's birthday, man. I mean, come on. Yeah. Hey, the Italy thing, he's so on about that, bro. That was one thing he hit on. You can't go to Italy, not with that. Listen, even my clothing line, the Omerta, them Italian people they won't buy that shit over there.
No, they don't like that.
My mom and dad never wore one of my shirts.
Yeah, they don't like that. Who's that? Oh my God, that's the fact.
It's Angel.
Oh shit.
Oh God, Lord.
Hey,
Oh.
At least at 11 o'clock when SoFlo comes on, it's gonna be a party, man. That dude's
Friday. He's waiting. I know.
What do you think? Let's take a poll. Is he doing boxing today? Karate? What's he doing? Muay Thai? Because when he starts throwing them kicks, I love that dude's a good freaking dude, man.
Well, I can see that when he throws a couple of combinations, and I can tell that he's got some hands on him. I know.
Yeah.
On the receiving end of that.
I can tell you right now, fighting a dude like SoFlo, if he's listening, I'm telling you, he's the type of dude that will try to get you tired, and then when he gets on you, he's not stopping. His punches are never ending. Because I just can tell you, I used to train fighters. I can see it in his eyes. He's one of them dudes. I bet you that's the way that he is too.
You see,
Tony ain't
gonna take a back step to nobody. You could tell if you got a problem, he'll get right up and throw down with you. You could tell he ain't backing away. You can see that.
I love what he said about the maggot. He said, "I'm gonna run around you 3 times." That's cracking me up. No, but really though, man, we owe a lot to him because he came in here, man, and really changed it up, man. He kicked the doors off. He gave people, especially people who were getting bullied, to help them out. And he showed you a guy who did time, who never ratted, but showed you that he could denounce that life and how much pain. Like, he talks about that shit, not being able to go to funerals and shit. Like, let's really tell these kids what it's about when you want to live that life.
Plus,
know?
and then he's also one of them guys that'll come on and have someone like Jimmy come on, or some of the guys who did inform. He doesn't
Thank you.
hold it against them. You understand? He don't hold it against them. It's the ones that proclaim that they didn't do something, like saying they didn't rap, but in reality they did.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? They should just tell the truth.
Like MRE, he should just be honest. Like, you know, come out and tell. I mean, obviously he can if he's still working with them,
He's
but
undercover, bro. He's getting probably a stipend, probably maybe $1,800 a month or something to live on, and he gets to run around and he gets a free pass as long as he brings back intel, because they know cyber crimes and cyber shit is the future. They know that people are going to be, you know what I'm saying? So the FBI now is hiring every computer nerd that you could think of. You know what I'm saying?
so if you're on a video passing out flyers and you're saying to little kids that the South African apartheid, little young kids, South African apartheid, this all caused by the Jews, like, to me,
It's called the First Amendment, though.
I understand that, but now going to a kid and putting that kind of stuff in his head and people staying behind you, you should be saying, yo, here goes a flyer, read it, whatever. Stay in school, man. You know, do the right thing. The stuff I say. What the hell does a kid know about a South African apartheid? And then you put something into a kid's head. Now what? Jewish people are bad? I don't get it, man.
That's how they are able to radicalize people. But, you know, hopefully there's another kid or another guy putting something good in that kid's ear going, that's a lunatic over there. Don't listen to a damn word he says. You know what I mean? I always look at it this way. It's like when people tell me, oh, this guy told me this, so I'm going to put my money here. And this guy told me that. And then I'm like, well, who is this guy? You know, the way he's, would you take financial advice from a homeless bum? No, you wouldn't. So you don't, it's always this guy told me, well, who is this guy? And what does he have? You understand? You got to consider where your information comes from. If you got some wacko telling you that it's a big conspiracy and all this other stuff, and they want to radicalize people and all that stuff, it's important that children do see that so they understand what a wacko looks like. So if a wacko ever approaches them in the future, they're going to know how to deal with a wacko and just walk away from it. You can't shield them from a wacko. You got to say, this is a wacko. This is how wackos think. Just with caution, approach with caution around these people, navigate, learn how to move around them, how to walk around them. And they have to be taught that. Those are basic survival skills, like street smarts, because there's wackos everywhere trying to sell you something.
Oh, yeah. What do you think, Johnny?
Yeah, well, I think they try to shield people from this these days. So then when they need to make a move, maybe politically or this or that, then they scare the shit out of you with some nonsense, and then everybody falls for it because they've been shielded from all this stuff. So it's really bad, but in reality, it's nothing.
Yeah, and the reason why now these young generations, when you sit there and you're trying to debate something with them, why they get so frustrated and angry when you push back on them, even if it's politely and respectfully, is because they're taught, that generation was taught, don't let the kids see you argue. Put them in the room, don't let them see it. The problem is, it's okay to let the kids see you argue as long as you and your wife are arguing civilly and debating back and forth, forming an argument, putting it out there, having like two senators would debate an issue. They're not punching each other, calling each other cocksuckers and all this shit.
Healthy
Kids
resolution.
need to learn that.
Yeah, they got to see healthy resolution. There's got to be an example of healthy resolution, or how are they going to know how to gauge anything? That's a good fact. That's a good point.
And when you call them on it, that's why they go, I don't want to talk to you. And they run away. They don't know how to have a conversation. And this is what happened from shielding them. That's why I think it's okay. You don't want to. You want to show them everything so they know an example of good and bad. You know what I'm saying?
It's a good point, man. And that's gotten lost for sure.
Yeah.
I feel like that. If you talk, it's shielding them. I just think that if they really believe that if you say that whole insanity thing, try to change something, believing something, doing something the same day, looking for a different result. But I believe that they think that the more they keep telling that lie, like it's just going to become real. Like They keep saying stuff, keep saying stuff.
Brainwash tactics.
Didn't your father, didn't your mother or your grand or somebody tell you when you're going down the street when you were a kid, see that guy over there? That's what happens when you do drugs. You end up sleeping on the street, right?
Look.
What?
Arguing silly. Come on, Sarah.
Yeah, I lived there for 5 years. No, Italians are not a good example. But
yeah,
it
we like
doesn't.
to argue.
Okay, but we all need to get better with that. But they would say if you do drugs, you'll end up like this guy. Did somebody ever say that to you when you were a kid?
Yeah.
All right,
down
now
the road, and you'd see him like underneath the bridge. It'd be like a Tony Pizza looking guy standing there, tired.
See, my grandfather would like walk me and go, "You see that guy?" And the guy would be there. He would hear him. That's what happens when you do drugs and you don't go to school. You end up like this fucking guy right here. See this bum waste? Nowadays, he would probably, because you can't say that to you. It's a homeless person. Oh my God, he's a fucking, pray for him like Mother Teresa from Calcutta. You know what I'm saying? They should be. In my opinion, I called him right out. Tony Pizza is homeless because Tony Pizza. Not because this dude, everything he did in his life, he fucked up, obviously, because he wouldn't be homeless. He wouldn't be living out of a car begging for money.
That's fact.
Nobody hurt Tony but Tony.
He's not even in a car anymore, man. I mean, he's hotel. I don't know if he's getting his stuff, but like there's videos of him hurting a dog, like grabbing a dog squealing, like
I know
the racial stuff. But see, what I wanted to get at is Rob, with these people, you fight. Your whole purpose of the military and our government is to be, people talk about free speech, but your whole purpose is, you go over there, fight for us to be here and to address these people in a manner like, how can I put it without being so controversial?
I'll be right back.
It's almost like like defending. You went to there for that purpose. You believed in a democracy. Without being controversial, we believe in a democracy. What is a democracy? Two different sets of ideas. That's why there's a Republican Party, Democratic Party. Nobody should always agree on everything. People should be able to have debates, discussion. That's not always what you want to hear. That's how you strengthen your mind and you strengthen I believe you strengthen your next debate. That's how you don't want to. The yes people, that's what they are. Yes people. They're yes people.
You gotta have dissension. You gotta have dissension. You gotta have people arguing, playing the devil's advocate on the other side. That's how they got the phrase devil's advocate.
Yeah, definitely.
Because did you know how why they call it a devil's advocate? Why that is? It's because when they want to make somebody a saint at the Vatican, all right, when they want to make someone a saint, they appoint a lawyer to argue for the saint, and they appoint another lawyer, a cardinal, to argue against the sainthood. And that lawyer is called the devil's advocate. He argues why this person shouldn't be canonized as saint. You understand? So he's supposed to see holes into every argument that the opposing people, that like the Pope nominates you, and then he has someone who argues your case. The person who argues reverse is the opposite opinion. That's why you have to have it. He's having it go back and forth like a criminal case. Okay, the devil's advocate says he shouldn't be a saint because this and that. And the other lawyer proves that case. And then at the end, the Pope makes the decision, but they have a dissent. It's a debate.
Yeah.
You understand? They want to hear all the sides of it.
Well, you need that. You can't just have one-sided argument, and you got to respect everybody's opinion and their take. But to be over there, it's like almost like Johnny said, brainwash. It's like if you don't believe in what they say, you go against or whatever, forget it. Oh my God, how could you? You don't know what you're talking about. Then it's like, and if you see the people over there, man, it's just, there's nothing but race, bigotry, homophobia, all that, man, which hey, I'm just not with all that. I don't look at people, Yeah, yeah, right. Yeah, misery likes company, man. He said if drugs are good, everyone will be using drugs. Yeah, my dad would say that too. Hey, for all who don't know, it's Soflo's birthday on Sunday. It looks so bizarre. SoFlo's birthday this weekend on Sunday. Yup, he's going to be 48. And the party starts today.
He's going to be as old. Well, I'm 47. He's almost as old as me. Or he'll be older than me.
I'm the youngest guy in the
No,
bunch.
he's actually going to be 58, but, we're winging it.
So he's 10 years, 11 years older than me.
But look at him. He looks good, man. He's in shape.
Oh, he looks great. He works out. He stays motivated. That's what it's about. Stay motivated out there,
Yeah, you have to. You got to keep moving. Brenda, where are you? Tim, Brenda, where are you? Chris is in. I didn't know Chris has a YouTube channel. Do you know that?
Chris who?
Chris Capello. He has one.
Does he have a wrench?
Tell him to drop the links.
Well, I gotta give him
I'll
one.
drop the link for him. And I'm subscribing right now. So
Let's see. What's it about? What's the genre? Mob 2?
I don't know. I think I don't know. I'm gonna put his name in. I don't know if it's just under that. No, I don't know what it's called.
Here's the link right here, guys.
Oh, Repair Channel.
Subscribe. Yep. I dropped the link in the chat, guys.
What's it called?
Repair Channel. I'll find it. Oh, cool. He put the link.
Yep, I put it in too. So there's Argo. What's up, Argo? He got some
Argo
on pizza, man. He's really
Oh yeah, you know what? Let's have some fun real quick.
yeah,
So
let's see what pizza's up to, because Argo gets some good points across.
Yeah, let's see.
Wait,
what's this guy saying to me? How many times has Sailor said cannabis? Cannabis?
I
What's he talking about?
don't know. Who said that?
Well, train wreck. I don't know.
Fake name, no face. What a surprise.
I know.
Oh, HVAC. Cool. There goes Argo. Yeah. I want to put something up here right now, if you guys don't mind. Here we go. Chris, we'll check it out in a minute. I want to hook this up real quick. Are you ready, guys?
Going on. I need like I said, $50 more for the room tomorrow. A few dollars to eat with golden for tomorrow. We got through today, but tomorrow's another day. And how can you say no to this guy, huh? Look at that face.
How can you say no to this guy?
He needs air
What a
conditioning.
scumbag.
He's got a fuck. It's not that cold yet. Today was like 80 degrees again. Thank you, Ziggs. I wonder where everybody's at.
Modeling them teeth.
I don't know what to tell you guys. I'm hurting. I'm in trouble here. So, $100 was sweet in the pot. Nice.
Look at this guy, man.
So I can raise that tonight. Joe Brown. So, I'm hoping that I can raise this money tonight. This way, tomorrow's no worries. I'd hate to have to check out tomorrow. It's going to be fucking hot as fuck. And,
Heaven forbid he has to get a job or, go.
one guy promised me $450 last
There it
week,
is.
and didn't come through. I'm not going to say his name. I knew when I got that email, I wasn't going to see him again. And I'm glad I took his wrench again.
He gets so mad at people when they cut him off, Johnny.
Again, see, when you give him money once, he expects you to keep giving that same amount over and over and over and over again. He doesn't understand how life works.
God bless you. I really appreciate that.
Yeah, we can
$20
tell.
closer to the goal. So $30 short for the room and no money for food.
But there he goes. Something else added to the
got
list.
plenty of food. I don't got none.
Then he say, I ain't gonna have no cigarette.
Definitely use some cabbage if anybody wants to help out.
You use a job code.
Trickling out more info on certain ex-Team Pizza guys that called the cops on me.
What?
It's a crazy world. I mean, I'm sorry to say it, but if Ronnie
What's he
Reagan
talking
doesn't
about?
Come back on the show. I'm gonna have to take his wrench. It's gonna break my heart. He was such a great help to me.
That's good.
Very generous, very good guy. Very
Man,
loyal.
is this guy pulling the
Also, he's
victim
gone.
card here?
I don't see him no more. I hope he's okay. You don't answer the phone.
Yeah. He will. I'm concerned.
So I don't call him. No, I'm a little under the weather from not eating. I didn't really eat too much.
From not eating. Look at him.
I had a waffle, just chilling, staying.
Trying to blues some more.
Relax.
That's all he does.
That's how he sits in front of me, like a guard dog, like a statue. He's just watching everything going on around. It's all good. It's all good.
You're gonna tell
Johnny,
me
you know where's he
drugs?
at?
It just
This
breaks
guy
my heart.
doesn't
I
use
gotta-
drugs. We're gonna try to convince us.
It really will break my heart. So put this man at 10. He's used to AC. He's been with me in a hotel room since I got him.
Yeah, get the room so the dog. can have-
500, bro. Pizza. Hold
Paid
on.
for that first whole week.
Johnny's got 3 something. I got the rest. We'll come meet you wherever to come get the dog. No drama, no fighting. $500. We want that dog. We'll come get it.
I offered him $500 for the dog.
And what we'll do is me and Johnny will leave at like 12 o'clock at night so I can be back home. We'll be a quick trip. We'll come meet you wherever you are. We want that dog. 500.
What's going on? I need
Look, he
Like I
needs.
$50 more for the room tomorrow.
My gosh.
A few dollars to eat with, and I'm golden.
How do you do that?
We
Wow.
got through today,
Wow.
but tomorrow's another day. And
Not
how do you
on.
say no to this guy? Look at that.
Look, see, he's using the dog. Oh, he pushed him. Did you see that?
Yeah.
What the?
He's
Might
either
as well put
beating
That's
the
his
dog
new- Yeah.
or doing
dog
that.
date on both of.
The dog is all part of the act to get the sympathy, to get the money.
Yeah. The dog needs the air conditioning. He's been used to the. You hear him? The dog, since he's had the dog, he's been used to the air conditioning. You know,
Oh, come
heaven
on.
forbid the dog doesn't have air conditioning. It's not him. The dog.
No, not him. Not him. He did have a waffle 2 days ago, but he'll be all right.
Give me the dog, and it can live right here in the air conditioning.
He's got
Yeah.
enough money. He's got enough money for cigarettes, that's for sure.
Argo
Yeah.
says fuck you. I got $1 for Argo says fuck you. That must be Argo.
Oh,
Argo the faggot. Iranian.
Iranian.
Everybody's an Iranian with this
We'll get
guy.
Argo another
What's
day.
it?
he's stuck in 79 and 80 when the hostages got taken.
Right now I'm working on Fuckboy Mac.
Ooh.
Ooh.
I can't wait.
Oh,
Look how
shit.
pathetic that guy. How come he's not shaving? He's got a freaking hotel room. Why hasn't he been shaving?
Expose Argo another day.
He can't,
Fuckboy Mac.
what? He can't afford razors. I mean,
There,
come on.
there we
I
go.
can't wait for the day you try and expose me, Tony.
That was pretty funny, Mac. What was the one that you said? Oh, here goes one. This was a good one, man, that he did. Here's explains we push back right here. Look. Hold on.
This cannot be happening to me.
Look. This Argo.
Great movie too, by the way.
I love one of my favorites. I'm Buzz Lightyear. I come in peace.
Stranger from the outside.
To infinity and beyond.
I am Buzz Lightyear. I come in peace. Re-energize yourself with a slice of pepperoni. Now boarding at Chapter 3. This is an intergalactic emergency. I need to commandeer your vessel to Sector 12. Who's in charge here?
Claw's our master. Claw chooses who will go and who will stay.
This is ludicrous.
Hey, Bozo, you got a brain in there?
That's it.
Oh no! Shit! Get down! What's gotten into you, Sheriff? I was decided to climb into this.
Claw, it moves.
Look, it's like all the we push back, all the minions.
Farewell, my friends. Go on to a better place.
When they get selected by Angel.
Yeah. And when they're done with you, they throw you out. You're done. Look, they want out. Oh shit.
He has been
It's
chosen.
violent.
What are you doing?
There you go.
Feeding them the Angel.
Yeah. Oh man, that's great. He does some good shit, man. What was the other one? He had a really another good one too.
There's the one where Tony Pizza has shit on his hand.
Yeah. Oh my god.
That one was a pretty
I
hard,
want to see that. Jesus Christ.
pretty hard to take. So the dog one too. The dog squeal, heartbreaking, guys. I mean, it was
Yeah, that's
hard.
why I just seen that and I don't want to play it, man, because it says
It's very
beats and
hard to
drags
take.
his dog. Yeah, I can't watch that shit.
Because you can see his face. He's like clenching his teeth. You can see the anger, nastiness coming out,
Inside. Come on.
especially with the banjo video where he's choking the dog.
Oh my God.
Get inside. Get inside. Get inside. Get inside.
Oh, the one person I took a break from wrestling, but yeah, I still pursue wrestling as managing, but I'm on a break right now. I can't travel like that. It wasn't making enough money.
Don't want to listen. He wants to fucking fight me. I don't want him out here. You know, not even say I abuse the dog, but that he's full of shit. That he's lying. Huh? That cat almost kicked your ass before. Get inside. Go inside. Come on. I'm not gonna tell you again. Get inside.
Why does he need? See, what's the dog doing right there that it needs to be dragged forcibly into the room? Like, what the fuck? He's sitting there. Why does the dog have to be drug in there? Why? You know, it just doesn't make sense. He's saying,
Dude, what happened to Code?
I don't know. He bumped himself off. I don't. Code, what are you doing?
I'm here though. I can't watch that shit, man.
Yeah, I don't like watching that either.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
He
I
should go to
messed
jail
that up.
for this shit, man. What he's doing.
Hopefully he will. Hopefully he will. I mean,
Hey,
he's-
how about wait, hold up. There you
Just,
go.
I mean, this dude's whole existence is just going from one hotel to another, living in his car. I mean, this is, you know, it's a sad waste of a life, but he done it. He brought it on himself, you know.
He seems to enjoy living this way. I mean, he chooses the money he's been receiving. He could be doing much better things with. He could have an apartment. He could have had one months ago.
He probably can't. Yeah, he probably can't even go through the you know, to what he got to first and last and all that security. He might not be able to go through all that, pass all that stuff, the background and all that. Who the fuck knows?
Yeah.
You know.
He certainly doesn't have a job history, but I can tell you that
No.
he can't keep a job for more than a day at
He doesn't
most.
have, yeah, he don't have no work stubs, pay stubs.
So where was that video that JJ did? The one with Sammy the Bull was in there talking about pizza.
Let me tell you the title.
I saw that one. I saw
Oh,
that.
yeah.
The guy calls me. Yeah, yeah, I believe it.
Oh yeah, we got to get that. I'm on his page right now. I just don't know which one it is. That was hilarious, man.
Gave him some sound advice though. Why don't you start a channel and interview other homeless people?
And then he
Which
blamed him for that.
Pretty good advice, I think.
It's Sammy the Bull talks about Tony Pizza, aka Anthony Caruana. It's right next to it's down. Go scroll down a little bit.
Yeah, I can't stand when I hear that dog squealing. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I don't watch it either.
which
I
one
used
is
to
it?
You got to scroll down a little further. It should be on the next row down. Right there, all the way on the left. Sammy the Bull talks about Tony Pizza. That's it, yeah.
Oh, this is funny, bro. Where do you see this, Rob?
The bottom line is like this, you know. Sammy the Bull tells me open up a channel. I basically realized that, you know, Sammy the Bull fucking got me into this mess.
I felt sorry for this guy.
Hey, where was this at? I don't know what show. Fair use. I'll just keep stopping it.
He was homeless.
Genius Network.
He got in touch with me.
You're good because he's
Yeah.
not. JJ's not going to copyright strike you.
Okay,
You're
cool.
good. Yeah, you're good to let it roll. This is the course. He's going to show the correspondence back and forth between Sammy and Tony Pizza. Some of it, I guess.
Oh shit.
Yeah. So Sammy really puts it out there, which is what I've been saying all along. They met on Facebook.
Yeah, you did say that. What was it, like a group?
Yeah, a private group that he conned his way into.
I felt bad for him. He got in touch with me. I sent him. It was his birthday. I sent him down. He wanted $50. I gave him $400. Then he started. He was up my ass every 2 minutes. and then I
Look, he said he was up my ass. So he's basically saying that he was doing nothing but harassing him the whole time, right?
More money.
said, bro, what you got to do, you like being homeless? He stays homeless. He's happy to be homeless. So I said, good. Open up a fucking on YouTube and go out with your microphone and go to homeless people and interview homeless people. You're a homeless guy. How come you're homeless? What are you doing? And people, believe it or not, it's not going to blow up to a monster, but people will say, oh, I never heard that. I never saw that. He started doing it. He started getting a thing. He got over.
Wait, Johnny, he started that?
What? No, he
His
never.
interview-
No,
No.
he was just talking shit, but he
Oh, okay.
he was probably
Okay.
telling him that's what he was doing.
Oh,
Go to JTF Mafia Story Review.
Yeah,
And,
JFK's Mafia
Fair
Story.
use.
1,000 subscribers or whatever he got, and he was blowing up. And then he starts threatening people, and they fool him off. But the point.
sounds like true.
You treated me like a son. Treated me like a son. Did you ever do shit with Sammy? Like, wow.
Who was interviewing him?
That's Armchair NBA.
Oh, okay.
I used to go to his bar.
That's Tom.
I've had some business deals on the table with him back in
'Cause I saw this.
90, before he got picked up.
He's lying big time. Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
I saw that. That's when he was going back and forth with Tom, and Tom started yelling at him, "Basta! Stop! Basta!"
That was a good one.
I'm a citizen.
Wait.
I'm not a fucking gangster. You know?
You know?
Sammy treated me like a son.
And then
Listen, only with this fucking only with this social media today can Sammy and and Tony Pizza ever collide, their worlds ever collide, only in today's age can those worlds collide. And he took that and ran with it with a story. I did some things with him back in '89 and '90 before he got.
Listen, he said he sat on Michael Franzese lap and he fed him bacon.
Sonny Franzese fed him bacon. Yep.
Come on, you can't make this shit up. Oh man. Oh my god. Oh my god. IMMB. Oh, is that her?
That's her.
Oh, my own.
That's her.
I love
That's
that
her,
chick. That cat.
Oh my god.
Oh,
It's so
man.
cool.
I love that.
Only in today's world can those two ever meet. Because I'm feeling good. Thank you, sir. Only in today's world, that's insane how he just takes Sammy goes, here's $400. Get the fuck away from me. And here's a business idea. Here's a business idea too. And then Tony kept calling him back. I need some more money. I guarantee it. And Sammy's like, no. Oh, man.
He told him how to do it. He told him. He
gave him good advice.
He gave him the recipe for success, and he chose to squander it. Once again, like he does everything.
Did he box for real, or is that bullshit?
Box. He boxed
hard. He boxed art on Ninth Street. That's a Philly thing. Yeah.
Oh man, you guys are crazy.
This is funny, man. Hey, we're starting a day for you, SoFlo. You know what I mean? We're getting this party started.
No,
what's he coming on at 11, right?
He fought in the garden and no, no, that's not true, guys. No, sorry.
He fought in the garden, the Rose Garden. What garden?
He fought in the garden. Yeah, Tony Pizza.
Tomato Garden. What garden?
And then 8 years later, he was in the inner circle with the Castellano hit.
Oh. Treated me like a son.
Wait, he was in the Castellano hit now?
Yeah, he was in the inner circle. Yeah. He was involved in the planning and everything.
It's fucking nuts.
He said it.
This fucking guy's nuts, man.
Oh my gosh, bro, I'm crying.
Oh man, I'm having hard, man.
You can't make this shit up with Jerry Cooner. Jerry Cooney in his corner. Oh, come on, get the fuck out of here.
Tony Pizza.
Hey, so Rob, what do you think about Paddy Pimblett fighting McGregor? I don't trust his chin, man. He's a good.
That's about the only guy McGregor could beat right now. He's been off so long, and he can fight with a name and not lose to.
Well, he gained the weight. He can fight him. That kid's 200 pounds. I think he goes down to 195.
Yeah, Connor will meet him probably at that weight.
Tony got the contract to go to Arizona to wax Sammy.
Oh, I know. God. I know. That story is so ridiculous.
He said that? No, he didn't.
Yeah, and he was on the way to get. He was hunting Sammy down, and he got caught with a machine gun. You didn't hear that story either?
He said that?
Yes. Yes. He got caught with a machine gun on his way to wax Sammy.
That's another guy that walked away from a gunshot.
Another one. Yeah.
Oh my God. Oh, you can't make this shit up. These two.
BK Sal Crook, he's vouching. See, he remembers that story. That was an early Tony Pizza story, like one of the first big stories. In addition to Michael Franzese beating his ass because he vandalized some cars outside their club, Michael Franzese beat his ass, and that's when Sonny. But see, here's one of his lies because he said that Sonny fed him bacon, but before he said the first time Sonny saw him and laid eyes on him is when Michael beat his ass, and he recognized, oh, this guy can take an ass whooping and keep his mouth shut. I know who this guy is. You know, that's when he first started giving him jobs back then. See, these are the lies and people believe this shit.
It's delusional, man. Hey, Rob, I don't know. I was taught by a guy who used to train German Shepherds. He told me when you want to control a dog while you're walking, You lift up on the collar a little bit and keep them like in your control, not real hard. Just let them know that they can't take off. I don't know. He's asking how do you?
I'd have to. I could teach you how to walk your dog where you walk the dog and the dog don't walk you. All right. So yeah, but I mean, for me to explain it right now, I'm so high I can't. Even, I'm still laughing about fucking Tony Pizza, bro. Call me for dog training advice later. I'll promise.
Hold on, Johnny. What was the one he said that Gotti said to him? They don't make it.
Talk to him now.
No, Gotti kissed him on the cheek and said they don't make them like us anymore, or something like they don't make them like us. Yeah.
Oh my god! Oh, my stomach hurts, bro. I'm gonna pass out. Oh,
God.
He said this.
Ask Angel to back this up.
Look at this shit. Hold on, pizza quote. I was a hitman for all 5 families, but they let me keep it a shot. That's why I don't want to hurt it.
This guy's he's mentally disturbed. Like in his mind, he's creating this. He probably believes it.
Oh my
He
God.
does. He does. He says it, and he says it so many times to himself. It's like ingrained in his memory. And I think he really does believe it.
Oh, but he does.
These people believe him, bro. Oh my God.
Oh my God.
I can't. They don't make guys like us.
Yeah, that's what he said. That's what he said.
Yo, I can't imagine John Gotti would ever put his lips on Tony Pizza's face. I don't even.
Another one.
Yeah, he grew up with Frank Gotti.
Yeah, that's another claim. He grew up with Frankie Gotti.
What? Okay, why did when he's on Angel's show, why aren't people asking these questions and asking Angel to verify this?
Because that's not what she's using him for.
I mean, it's like, do you know your brother? Did your father ever kiss him on the cheek and say they don't make him like us anymore? I mean, did this happen? I mean,
it's as simple as that. But you know, she's not gonna. Nobody's gonna get on the show to ask that. They won't allow that. You know, if you ask it in the chat, you'll get blocked immediately.
Oh my God, he used to drink champagne with John Gotti. I don't even think John Gotti drank champagne. I think he drank.
No, he used to fucking. He was the guy that used to look in the trash in the dumpster after John Gotti drank a bunch of champagne.
Hoping there was a little left in the bottom.
Yeah, then he could go.
Yeah, man, that's fucking great. Yo, did you see Gunsmoke was on all night?
Yeah, I got on with him for a little bit.
He was on till the morning time, man.
Yeah.
Like 7 this morning.
Oh, I got off with him at like 4.
He lived in Howard Beach. Oh, come on.
I thought he was from Philly.
No.
Yeah, look, it's very easy to get tossed from that chest.
Pizza's from West Babylon. That's where he grew up.
Fuck.
He said the people that got him started in life were Roy DeMeo's and the Gemini twins. Come on.
That would have been the guy that DeMeo had his boys kill to sharpen their skills, just to keep their skills sharp. It would have been someone like Pizza, who no one's gonna fucking care if he don't show up.
They had the Iceman and they had that other guy, the ice cream.
Oh
guy.
yeah, that's another one. One of the Iceman came into the bar and poisoned his burger, and he was actually supposed to be hit by the Iceman, but he survived.
Oh my God.
Real talk. Yep.
Hey, Black Cat Music, the Von Erichs and Texas Wrestling. Boy, I watched that all the time religiously when I was a kid. WCCW, World Class Championship Wrestling. And the Von Erichs.
Bruno Sammartino had the thing for 13 years, man. He was one of the greatest. But my dad said wrestling was back in 1920. It went back.
Oh, yeah. Far. Oh, sure. Wrestling goes back a long time. And even before that.
All right, brother. I'm gonna hop off.
Yeah, me too, man. Me too,
yeah, bro.
But thank you for having me on, man. It was a good show.
Thanks for coming by, man. That was great, dude. I'm like, my stomach hurts, bro. I don't even need to do abs today, man. Screw that. Shit, that was great. Yeah, man. Bro. Thanks for coming by, man. I appreciate it.
Brother. Yeah, right, give me a call later, man. Cool.
I will. All right, cool. Thank you, bro.
Everybody in the chat, thank you. Hit the like button on the way out, guys.
Thank you guys. For everybody coming by. Thank you, man. I had a great time. That shit was hilarious. I can't even just imagine some of the stories this guy's told. And I think what we demonstrated on here is that the difference is this side is a side that has fun, man. We smile, we laugh, we don't purposely go out to hurt people or offend people. Look, nobody screamed, cursed, yelled, like maybe a little cursing, but we were able to get our point across and how we feel versus what they feel and what they do. And it's our boy SoFlo's birthday, baby. You know what I mean? This is the birthday weekend. You guys got to get over to SoFlo's show right away. Get ready, set up. He might be doing his hair because I just did mine. But as always, I got to end this with a prayer because I pray for all of you. And I want everybody to seriously just have some God in your life. And if you don't, then maybe you can just hear me and change your mind a little bit. Not a Bible pusher, but to realize that good is God and evil is the devil. So, in the name of the Father, Son, and Holy Spirit. Dear God, thank you for a great podcast. Thank you for giving me for just waking up today. Thanks for the good friends, people to stop by. And I ask you to bless them and their families. I ask you, every kid is always going through a tough time, elderly, inmates, veterans. I ask you to, put your hands on their heart, and arms around them and show them that you have them, will carry them. Sometimes we forget that it's you we need to serve. Never put no man before God and never fear no man before God. A lot of us get that confused, and with you, you're able to make us see the difference and understand. And, I just want to thank you, Lord, for your grace. And I ask you again, anybody, even the enemy, watch over them and their families too. For as you say, they know not what they do or say. I believe they know what they do. I just believe that, they don't care what they say. So we all, we have to get better as a whole, Lord. I'm not perfect. I'm still learning. But, in your name I pray. Amen. As always, God bless. Get over to SoFlo show. It's his birthday, man. It's going to be great. Yeah, it was. Yeah, and Mexican is great. Thank you, brother. God is good, man. Okay, everybody. Thank you for coming by, Auntie Angel. This is Vinny Green. I really adore Washer. And thank you for stopping by, Coach Show. This is great. I appreciate it, everybody. Was that cool, bro? Frankie, was that cool for you, bro? God bless, man. I mean that seriously. Remember this. Whether they believe it or not, I do pray for everybody, man, because God is good. God bless y'all, man. Love you guys. Have a great day. And remember, it's the weekend. SoFlo's party, baby. The birthday weekend. Get ready. God bless.